find your way around that thing
got
a
it.
little
Get
bit.
there.
Yeah, man. Please, internet, don't fail us again. Oh yes. I think we're cooking, dude. I think we're cooking here.
Ready to cook.
Ready to
Put me in the kitchen.
Put me in, coach. Hey, I think we're out there.
We out there? I got.
So,
I gotta
music
say,
down a little bit, man. I'm tired of hearing that music.
I gotta say, man, your lighting situation has been looking crispy.
It looks good.
Gotta give you your flowers,
Looks
man.
good,
It's looking
man.
pretty good, man.
I'm liking it, you know. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
So, welcome to another
Yes.
evening of Tone Nerds.
Welcome. We have got an awesome show for you guys. We have got some updates on some very interesting guitar news, both from major artists and brands. And we're going to talk about them here on the show, as well as our gear pick of the week. You don't want to miss it. So
There's no fluff with Tone Nerds. We cut to the chase. This is hard-hitting journalism.
just
So this
giving
is.
you the goods.
That's it, and nothing more.
Nothing more.
Nothing more.
No
Just the good
silliness. No rah-rah.
stuff. No,
Let's just
we
get
don't do
into
that. We don't do that here at Tone Nerds. But what we do is we embrace the community, the guitar community of the show. That's what we're all about here, man. We just love other guitar players so much.
Yeah.
And we want you guys to participate in the show. This is a show for the guitar community.
For the people.
So you guys hop in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking, what's on your mind. What do you like?
Yeah.
What do you not like? What are you upset about? We're all looking for something to be outraged about these days. What are you outraged about right now?
You're just as much as part of this show as we are.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Yeah. So feel free to chime in.
hop in the comments.
Hop in the comments. Contribute to the conversation.
The DMs are open, so to speak.
Slide right
But
in there.
just the comments.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just word comments.
Yes. Just words, please.
Just
No
words.
pictures. Unless it's pictures of gear.
Yeah, that's fine. You
We'll
can-
accept that.
if that's even possible on the streaming platform. I don't know if it is or not. But
Oh,
if
yeah,
so,
not here.
feel free to send them on our way. Sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, so like Ruben said, we have a really big show. But before we get into that, we need to give a shout out to our sponsor. Let's talk about Tone Locker. Tone Locker. It's like Carfax, but for gear. You can compile all your gear in one place. You can track it all. You can show off your collection. You can connect with other gear nerds. You can buy, sell, and trade on Tone Locker with zero fees. Hey, what's going on in Innate Strums? Innate Strums? What's going on?
Nate Strums
Nate
is what I'm
Strums.
assuming
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. Come
Thank
on.
you, Ruben.
Get
Yeah,
with
Ru-
it, Micah.
Ruben is he
And 8.
Yeah, he knows the lingo. But
Yeah.
yeah, so give Tone Locker give it a
Download.
look there. Yeah, give it a download. You can go to any app store, download it, and we have an invite code in the description box below, so you can sign up for your own Tone Locker account today. It's free, no charge, and they do a lot of really cool giveaways. And
Yes.
there's some cool community community components of that app. So it's designed by guitar players for guitar players. Check it out. And they sponsor the show, and we love us some Tone Locker. So thank you, Tone Locker.
Yes. Thank you for sponsoring.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have first on the docket here, Micah?
Man,
Diaz.
So let's talk about this, Ruben.
Oh, first of all, we got some new stuff on the,
well,
the
okay.
show.
Well,
Yeah, we
do our
got
bumper.
that. Yeah.
Let's go and skip past that. All right.
Yeah. We got Behind the Tone with Axe Williams. This was an awesome rundown. We had so much fun.
Heck yeah.
We went behind the tone of Axe Williams. He plays for Forrest Frank. He also, hey, there I am.
Uh-huh.
He also plays for, he's played for Holland and a few other artists kind of in the Christian music world, and he's just an absolute bonkers player, man. He's a beast of a player.
Such a beast.
He's sponsored there. You can see his Bad Cat. He had this like custom Bad Cat from like their mod shop. You see the pinstripe pedals. He had the Maris Line 6, the Quad Cortex. Just an absolute gearhead. We had so much fun seeing the show and hearing some pretty sweet tones.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. And what I loved about some people mentioned it in the comments. One of the things I loved about his rig, it's not like It's not like a just kind of your run of the mill, quad cortex kind of setup.
Yeah.
You know?
I was actually really happy to see that. Like,
Totally,
see
yeah.
a real amp on stage. I thought he used it pretty uniquely. He has like a capture of that Bad Cap amp, but also he was using like Maris pedals because of the DSP and all kinds of stuff. So go check that video out to see how he's using his quad and the Bad Cat kind of in tandem. It's really cool.
That's really interesting. Like that's the second Behind the Tone episode in a row that we've done where we had a guitar player that had their amp on stage and also had a digital image of their amp through a quad cortex.
Yep.
Reed Dillon of Flatland Cavalry, it was the same thing.
Yeah,
he had a
well,
super reverb, and then he had the super reverb captured in the quad.
Yep. And then he run him stereo, and then he said if he was like traveling and they weren't doing the full tour thing, he would just take the quad.
Yeah,
so it's just like really cool.
Thing,
yeah, really cool practical uses out of some really great gear. So
heck yeah, man.
They're also using the quad as a tuner, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the most expensive tuner.
Yeah. Their guitar tech Liam, like side stage, just pulls out a drawer and there's a quad. He's like, hey, that's cool. Whose is that?
He's
that's
like,
our tuner.
Oh, that's just the tuner. That is
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah,
$1,600
tuner. Awesome. You guys must be doing really well.
Yeah, there's just quad. They just were using them as door stops out there. There's just like you look down. There's just a quad cortex like keeping the door open for the trucks to come through. Like, what is happening?
They're everywhere.
There's like 4 of them. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're kind of a cool deal, and
Cool.
I think we're getting ready to get us a quad cortex for the studio here pretty soon. So.
Does anybody know anything? I'm gonna just throw this out there to the comment section to those watching. Has anybody experienced the Anagram yet? I know that new one with Andertons and that Sweetwater collab. I've been hearing some cool things. I'm just curious if anyone's
Anagram.
played on one. Yeah, that's the
that's the
rectangular-
Rob. Is that the Rob Chappers thing?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
It almost looks like the quad. Like, is it the Nano, the one with just the 4 little buttons?
Yeah, the Quad Mini. It's
Quad
Cortex
Mini. Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
It looks kind of like that. It has the touch screen thing, but I've heard some great sounds out of it.
Yeah, there's
so.
another one too. It's a German one. I don't remember the name of it, but I
Let's
think
see, I'll pull up a picture.
I think its thing is like it has an actual tube in it.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's kind of a cool visual. I think there's like a little window. You see the tube kind of
I always
gently.
love that. I just want to see it warm up.
Makes me feel warm inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of cool thing about the Tonex too, though.
Mhm.
It doesn't have a tube in it, but
Sure
you
looks
didn't know
like
any
it.
better. You think it did. Looks like there's just a little campfire going on underneath the hood of
Yeah.
it.
See this one, the dark glass Anagram.
Oh yeah, the dark glass. Yeah, well,
Mhm.
I'll tell you what. We can jump into that later when we're just riffing. Hey, look at that. We got a Curtis Batzel sighting
Hey yo, what
in
up,
the comments.
What up?
What is up, my friend?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah,
so that is
we have a bass player joining the show tonight.
wow.
That's fantastic.
Can do it.
Yeah, I know, Ruben. Yeah, we didn't pull it up. We didn't try to do a screen share this early in the show.
Oh no,
We're
yeah.
not-
We'll
We're not
save that
tempting
for
fate.
later.
We're
We'll
going to
just
save
save-
that for later.
we'll
So
save that
stick
for
around,
later.
Curtis. Stick
Mhm.
around, and you will see it.
Yeah.
Then.
All
Yeah.
right, so that keeps us up to date with new stuff dropping on the channel. But we've got some new news.
It
to
kind of
follow up
does.
with. Oh,
It kind of does. But we got new stuff coming out this week too.
Oh,
Actually,
of course.
it may not be this week. I think we may drop it next week. John
So say,
Marlin.
Grandma made me pizza rolls, guys.
Yes,
Loving
pizza
the content.
rolls.
Yes, that's the best
I
way
appreciate
to.
that. Pizza roll talk.
That's
Pizza rolls are legit, man.
Yeah, that's the best way to experience guitar stuff. Is just
Yeah.
sitting there eating and looking at gear.
It's interesting. Like I kind of forget like these certain foods exist, and then I had kids, and now they're getting to the age where they eat all this crap, and
Yeah,
it's coming back, and I'm like, oh yeah, pizza rolls. Those
Mhm.
are awesome. And do you remember Bagel Bites?
bagel bites. Yeah, that's
Bagel
it.
Bites are legit.
Yeah, we I went to Universal Studios with like my brother and my nephew, and they bought like a big thing of like Dino Nuggets.
Dino Nuggets.
And
I eat those all the time.
I absolutely destroyed those Dino Nuggets, and as soon as we got back, I bought Diane had never had Dino Nuggets.
Really?
My wife had never had Dino Nuggets before. I'm like, where was your childhood? What is this?
Dino Nuggets are a smash in this house because they're gluten free too.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Does Are dinosaurs gluten free? Is that why?
Maybe. I
Why
don't
is
know.
it? Why is dinosaurs?
Yeah, it's just the
Anyway.
shape. The shape makes it gluten free.
Yeah, it cuts out all the gluten.
cuts out
That's
all
why
the-
they just look like that.
Yeah. The ones that are shaped like Italy that you get from McDonald's, those they look like little boots. Those,
Yeah, there you go.
the gluten's knocked
He said
out
the
of it.
tone is in the Totinos.
Yeah, that's right. Tontino's.
Totinos is going to be our next segment. Tontinos. Yeah. We're going to
Yes.
dress like
Love it.
Italian mobsters, and we're going to
That's
be
it.
the Tontinos.
The Tontino. Maybe that's a good Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's school's back as of yesterday. School's back in just before you. It's gonna be Halloween before we know
Before
it.
you know it.
My favorite times of the year.
Vote in the comments for what our costume should be for the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
We'll get there. But
So speaking of scary stuff,
scary stuff. We've got news. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Getting me off topic.
Yeah. We do have news, so let's go to our lead story tonight. Which
Lead
is,
story.
It is. There we go. Okay.
They're wrong.
So there's been so much
Man,
outrage on
just-
the internet about
yeah.
the Dario.
Mm-hmm.
It's guitar players have had it up to here with AI.
It is
There's
crazy.
Any mention of AI, it's just outrage follows, and the Dario has found themselves right in the middle of this.
Mm-hmm.
So just to kind of set the stage, if you guys don't know, D'Addario put out a string demo a few weeks ago, and come to find out, long story short, the artist that was doing it was all just basically he did a demo and then ran it into AI, made it sound better,
Allegedly.
and posted it, and everybody as soon as it came out was like, this
Is AI.
something is off. This is AI. This AI. Just comments after comments. And then D'Addario started deleting comments and blocking people, and it just was pretty stinky from the very beginning. Something
Something
quite
was
set
fishy.
right. So then they released the Logic Track video and was like, hey, look, it's a Logic Track. This is it. It's all
We
legit.
recorded. It's organic.
And then some people on YouTube, I think Rhett Scholl and some others got a hold of the Logic Track and pulled it apart and found all these crazy plugins.
That
and
is
stuff.
crazy to me.
So
man.
the
It's like-
work-
That's wild.
Just to bring you up to date, basically the working theory is this guy used Suno to create these tracks. Then it was like all this backlash came out because it was AI, clearly AI. And then they fabricated this Logic Track after the fact, because it took him like several days for this Logic
Yeah, it took
Track
him a while
come
to
out.
respond with the whole like, oh, it's
Yeah,
you know,
here's the
Logic.
Logic Track and all that. So the theory is like the AI thing happened.
they tried to recreate.
They tried
it
to recreate it
to make it look like it was
to make
organic.
it look like it was organic,
and then
got busted.
but here's my favorite part. They released like this 4-page thing on Instagram. They were like, we're so sorry. Basically, we just ran it through a bunch of compressors, and that's why it sounds digital. It was just we added like digital mastering, stuff like that. But it is definitely not AI. And then we had posted something. Someone in our comments was like, oh no, they like admitted to it. Go to the comments. So we go to the comments, and D'Addario is literally like, oh yeah, I was AI, sorry. And I was like, what you
That was it.
there's no post, they're they're
Nothing.
basically like, at this point we don't feel like it's beneficial to like post about it, so we're just gonna address it here. And they literally just in the comments were like, you guys were right, sorry, it was AI, we didn't know.
Yeah,
And
so
then they just left it like that.
well, so yeah, but here's the latest thing. So that they were like the artist, basically saying the artist used AI.
he lied to us.
He lied to us.
We were
yeah.
deceived.
Yeah, so that was kind of their stance. And then the artist comes back and says,
Wait for it.
and
Wait
he's
for
like,
it.
Suno knew I used AI.
Yeah,
It's
D'Addario
fine."
knew. He said,
Or, I'm
I
sorry,
would-
yeah, D'Addario
Yeah,
knew.
he's like, I told them straight from the jump that I use Suno. And we're like, wait a minute.
What? Yeah.
This makes things way worse.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
I like how in the interview he's like, oh yeah, like I do this for free, man. Like,
Well, no. And then he also
like-
said, he's like, sorry, I didn't know how AI worked.
that was crazy.
Yes.
He's like, I didn't know AI changes stuff. And I'm like, bro, get out of here. Somebody's lying.
Somebody's lying.
Stinks.
That's right.
And it's not Suno.
I don't know, man. I'm very suspicious of this artist. I think D'Addario is too trusting. I don't think they vetted this thing enough.
I don't know, but if he's saying
but he's saying he didn't know AI did that or didn't know how to use AI this is the first time I used. That's what he said. He said this is the first time I used AI. But then if you go back in his profile, like there's all these like generative AI like pictures and stuff on his profile. He's clearly used AI.
Yeah,
for it.
and here's my thing: if Daddario asks you to run an ad for them, and I've never used AI before, you know what I'm not doing for a major company, running something that I've never done before. So I am very hesitant to say that. He said, "What's your desert island favorite overdrive pedal?" Oh yes, we'll get to that here in a second.
Yeah, that's a great question.
That is a fantastic.
Great
I
question.
actually really love that.
We could talk about that all night. But yeah, anyway, so Daddario, long story short, like they're trying to throw the artist on the bus. The artist
is like, dude, I told them.
Yeah.
Tell us what you guys think.
Yeah.
This is all very, very confusing.
I mean, and, like I said, AI is a very touchy topic to begin with, and now all this drama is going on around it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Mustard Beef says they're the only strings I've ever used, and they're good strings.
They're great
I like
strings.
Daddario.
And was it NYXLs?
NYXLs are awesome. I
Fantastic.
mean, the 80-20, I've always used those on my acoustics, you know? So they're good strings.
Really good strings.
But we've both recently moved to Stringjoy.
Yeah,
I do prefer Stringjoy. But
Stringjoys now.
I mean, there's a lot of really good strings out there. Ernie Ball, I think Guitar Center actually released their top string sellers
Yeah,
list. And Ernie Ball was at the top.
naturally that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm trying to remember what the second one was. I think Daddario was number 3. I don't remember what number 2 was.
Was it Elixirs or something like that? I feel like those are pretty popular with acoustics.
No, it wasn't Elixirs. It was some brand that I was not as familiar with. So yeah, I mean Daddario,
Interesting.
they're good strings, but you're right, dude. There's just something about
Yeah, there's something weird
just
about it.
the way you handle that is like the way they handled it is just kind of
Everything is weird. Somebody's
man.
lying. It's one of those where you're like, somebody is definitely lying. I just don't know who.
yeah,
So like,
man.
he's saying he doesn't know how to use AI, but he's using it. Daddario's saying they didn't know, but the artist is saying he told them. So either there's a communication issue happening. Now, me, I'm not like about like AI, you know. If he used it for a backing track, I'm not hating. Now, if he was like fake playing and he said that, you know, he's like playing a solo and the solo was AI and he's just faking it, I think I'd be more, you know, in the comments. But if he's using a backing track to like play over, you know.
Yeah, I mean I think that's the thing that kind of was weird, and we said this from the beginning. Like you're doing this demo to you know, like highlight these strings.
Highlight
but it's
the
so
strings, that's
produced, you
true.
can't even like tell what difference the strings are making.
Yeah, that is
But,
true. It's
you know,
supposed to be a promo.
Yeah, if he would have done just maybe an AI backing track and his actual playing over the top.
Right.
I don't think there would be near the amount of like backlash around it. I mean, some people would be like, "Suno sucks, AI sucks, I hate that."
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be a like the scandal that it's become now,
especially with all the lying about it. And he said he was like, I used it to like I was just using it to like mix the tracks. And what's his name? Rhett Scholl like paid for Suno just to like fact check it,
just to try
and
to see
he
if
like
did
ran.
any
And he's
good.
like, dude, you can't. There is no like mastering feature. It's
Yeah.
all remix, and when you click remix, it literally just redoes the song.
Yeah.
And so anyway,
Yeah, Matt Sanders doesn't really care. I get it, Matt. I mean, that's like some of these things come around and you just get beaten down by
Yeah.
it. And it's just like, but I did, since we talked about it last week, because I felt like
We gotta
all
follow
the
yeah.
drama going on between the artist
Yeah.
and Daddario. It's just kind of comical, really.
yeah, like I said, I'm not really like up in arms about it, but it's been crazy to watch the back and forth.
Yeah,
It's been
just
super
have your
interesting.
popcorn
Yeah.
and watch it all unfold. But yeah, so NYXL 1046. Those
Fantastic.
Those
I
are
used
great
those
strings.
for a long
yeah,
time.
Yeah, and well, interesting note: the top 3 strings that Guitar Center reported, their top 3 sellers, all 1046s.
that makes sense.
They're pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just electric strings. I feel like it has to just be electric.
It has
strings,
to,
right?
yeah.
But
They
anyway,
gotta have their
that
own-
kind of interesting. But Ernie Ball took the top spot. Daddario's number 3, and some Mystery Bennett was number 2. So
Yeah.
so there was that.
Yeah, but if
So-
you're in the market for some strings, I use Stringjoy. So they have their 1046, but I think it's the G string or the B string is just a little bit thicker, and I've noticed that it kind of helps me with like my Les Paul. You know, there's always like tuning issues with that. But also their green ones is like the pure nickel, and those have a warmer sound to them. I use those on my Telly and my Strat to kind of roll off some of the high end. So if you haven't tried it,
Stringjoy are sick, man. Yeah, shout out Stringjoy
the
for
blue
sure.
pack and the green one.
All right, well let's follow up on this question on a Desert Island Drive pedal. Yeah, so Ruben, you go first. What's your Desert Island Drive pedal?
My Desert, I'm going for
today. What's the flavor of the week? I mean, it's probably got to change, right?
It's got to, but there's one that always makes its way home. I take it off the board and then I miss it. I give it a phone call and I'm
let's
like,
do
I'm
this,
sorry.
Ruben. Why don't we try to pick each other's Desert Island Drive pedal?
Dang. Okay.
I'm going to say yours is the Blues Driver.
You knew it was coming. You know it was coming.
It always comes back.
It always finds its way home, man.
Dual Pugilist. Yeah, so the Blues Driver Waza credit.
Yeah.
Do you even use the Waza features? Or
yes.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Okay.
I do. So one of them like kind of thickens up the low mids a little bit. I think there is, depending on the guitar, it can sound kind of harsh, in the high end.
Yeah. Shoot, what happened?
So
Here we go with the screen share business.
Oh God.
Hold on, guys. I can fix this. Here we go. Ha ha.
Hello.
Look at that.
Where are we? Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I had
Are we
said
back?
that.
Is that this?
We're good. Yeah, man. We're good.
Okay.
Keep talking, Ruby.
Yes.
I'm going to pull these up so everybody has.
Oh, dope.
Has some eye candy.
Yeah. So the Blues Driver Waza, I actually bought it from Micah because he was like, I'm not really feeling it, and then I was like, this is the best overdrive I've ever played.
Right.
Oh man, look at it in all its glory.
I tried to get a big.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it just always makes its way back. So
It does.
The reason why I like it, you can run it light and do the Stevie Ray Vaughan thing. It's very transparent. Just can add a little push, a little squish,
Yeah, a little squish.
Harmonics, I play on my worship team. It can do the stage one, like, edge of breakup thing. But also you put a tube screamer before it and you crank it up a little bit and you've got a distortion pedal,
Yeah.
and then everything in between. So it's my catch-all drive if I don't know what I'm in for musically.
Yeah, that makes sense. I had a bad experience with the Blues Driver from the jump. It was probably 2000, 25, 26 years ago. And I used the Blues Driver. I borrowed it from a friend. I'd never used it before, and we were doing like some, youth rally thing or something. And it was like, hey, let's get a band together. And so I was like, I'm gonna play electric guitar. This is awesome. And I had a friend who was collecting a lot of vintage Fender gear at the time, and he had I think it was a Fender Bandmaster head, but he had a 215 cabinet, like his giant cabinet of 215-inch speakers. And so I got the Blues Driver, plugged it in. It sounded great coming out of the amp, and then we played the thing, and we recorded it. I don't remember if they recorded it through the soundboard or what, but we were all excited after the thing. Let's go back and listen to it and see what it sounds like. And
I was like,
it was you talk about thin tone.
Yeah.
That was the thinnest, wimpiest tone I've ever heard in my life.
Were you playing a Telly?
What was I playing at the time?
Or did you have your Les Paul?
No, I didn't have a
mini
Les Paul
hums?
yet. What did I have? I think I still had, it was a Epiphone Les Paul. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Cherry Sunburst.
Cherry Sunburst.
And it was so horrible.
Yeah.
And so I don't want a Blues Driver.
Yeah.
So,
There's a learning curve to it. You kind of have to find the sweet spots. There are some.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know what I was
spots in
doing
it,
back
yeah.
then. Like I'd been playing guitar maybe like 6 months at that time, and just had no clue how, like anything about like signal chain or.
Yeah.
The touch wasn't there. Tones in the fingers weren't there yet, man.
Yeah.
So
That's
it was tough. But I did go back and revisit a Blues Driver a few years ago, and it just never really vibed with me, man. It's never been my thing. But I'll hear other people play it, and it sounds great. I hear you play it sounds great. I hear Reed Dillon, it's like that's his.
It's my favorite like rhythm
Sounds
crunch
awesome. Yeah.
thing, and I think that's why I miss it when it's not there.
It's just not for me, man. It's just not my thing.
It always comes back, and Micah's like, "Oh, it's back." I'm like, "It has too much aura. It has too much aura. I need it."
Yeah. So Blues Driver is pretty sick. It's just not for me, man. Let's see. Well, any other comments? We got a Fender dual Pugilist distortion.
What is? Yeah, pull that up. I've never seen
let's
that.
take a look at that.
I'm trying to think yours. You change pedals so often
Pugilist.
that I'm really trying to figure out what yours would be.
Yeah. Well, mine is probably a little bit harder. Wait, is this the dual one, the big one?
Ooh.
That's sick.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
What are we
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at here?
Oh, I like the shirt.
Yeah,
over here,
can
too.
we
Look at
order that?
shirt.
No, shop
I
now.
need that shirt. Octopus drinking a beer under a cherry blossom tree.
That's awesome.
That's killer.
Dude, look at the collar too. It's like
I know.
like a kimono or whatever.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Fender dual pugilist. So, all right, Matt Sanders, give us a rundown on this, man. Why is this so awesome? Is this what are we talking
We got
about
our
here? Is this
camera in
like
the way we're trying to look at it.
Yeah, I know, we're
scroll
looking-
scroll down a little bit.
Too
far.
Oh, no, it's too far. Yeah,
There you
let's
go,
see.
there you go. Okay, now I
they're
can
trying to
see
get me
it.
to subscribe.
Where are the switches? I'm blind.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of small on our screen here.
Can you
I
hit
make this-
Command and then the plus sign?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Make it bigger that way. There we go. Yeah, we can zoom that bad boy in there.
Okay, level.
So we got,
Distortion B,
we
distortion
got
A.
we got a blend knob on here. That's kind of sick. That's EQ. You know what this pedal reminds me of? It reminds me of a Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
Visual
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde.
I'm gonna get a little closer.
Yeah, get up close there, Ruben.
I just stepped on everything.
Yeah, I mean, get a closer look at that shirt too. There's also an otter shirt over here and a cat.
Okay, so it says mute, series, and bypass.
You look so ridiculous.
everybody.
Yeah, mute series and bypass. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right.
Not
So a
Siri.
pugilist. Okay. Dual pugilist distortion.
I-
So here's the thing. And good morning, Vintage Gear. Good morning from Saigon. Yes.
Yes.
Always a pleasure to see you guys.
I'm guilty.
Always a pleasure. Let's see. So the dual pugilist. Yeah. So it kind of gives me Jekyll and Hyde vibes. I've not played it before, but that's
He
kind of
says a
just
sleeper.
yeah. And yeah, somebody else mentioned it too. DPD.
It's a sleeper.
Sleeper, yeah. I'm not a huge distortion guy. I guess it depends.
yeah.
You know, he mentioned is it an always on kind of situation? Distortion always on.
Mm.
I'm not a distortion always on guy, but I think that probably has a lot to do with the type of music you're playing too.
Yeah. I think that's why I like the Blues Driver so much because it does
You know,
kind of.
it's got a wet dry mix on it. It's
Heck yeah.
flexible. I like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
You
But
guys
I'm not
are-
a distortion
yeah.
always on guy. I like something a little more transparent. Which somebody mentioned the Morning Glory
Yeah.
V4, which I've lost track of all the different versions of the Morning Glory.
I was such a fool. I had this limited edition white Morning Glory, and I gave it to a kid who was like, I want to build a worship pedal board. I'm like, oh, he wants to play in church. He needs a pedal. I wasn't using it, and I was just like, I'm pretty sure, and like, he turned 13. He was like, I'm good. I don't want to play anymore. I was like,
Did you ever see the pedal
like,
again?
can you give me that back? You know, I was like, can you give me that back? I'm like, dang, man. I think he just like plays acoustic now or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm just
that
like,
sucks,
no,
man.
man, give me that pedal back. That was like, I could probably sell that for crazy now.
Yeah, totally. What version was it?
I want to say it was probably like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Like it wasn't.
All right,
we were
yeah.
still like relatively new, 2, 3. But anyway,
The Morning Glory is sick, man. And yeah, AJ Sinks also mentions the Spaceman Effects Redstone Germanium preamp.
ooh,
like
all of those words sound good.
Yeah, Spaceman Effects. What was it? Spaceman Effects Germanium
Preamp,
preamp.
germanium diodes.
So okay, it's
Oh, you guys-
$249, $139 used. That's not a bad
All right,
deal.
get to the
I didn't see how much the Pugilist cost. Oh, it kind of looks sick.
Yeah.
Look at the font on there. It's kind of cool, like the lettering.
I've never even heard of this Spaceman.
Yeah, me neither. Is this the same thing? Oh, that is the Redstone. Okay, it just doesn't look like it says Redstone.
Ooh, but look at that light
Yeah, that's cool. Get out of here.
gain,
Yeah,
high
it's
and
a
low
giant.
mids.
It's like
3-band
the
EQ.
light on a Fender amp.
Yeah, that's
That's
cool, man.
that's a nice touch.
What is it like based on? Is it show here flexible preamp?
It's sold out. I know that much. A Mercury platform. It's a Sonic Swiss Army knife.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. It's an op amp. Oh, op amp. Okay, I like op amp. I'm down with op amp.
You're
That's-
saying good words here, man.
Yeah, I do like op amp drives. I think of all the drives I've tried, at least to the extent that I kind of know what's under the hood,
Mm-hmm.
the op amp ones have kind of been my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, you know, I wasn't sharing my screen that whole time with you guys. Sorry. Let's let's go back real quick. Show everybody the.
Oh,
Redstone.
they're just watching
just-
us look at it. At strike one,
Yeah.
Micah.
Sorry, man. Sorry, I got a little excited. But yeah, here it is. So this is the Spaceman,
Mm-hmm.
Redstone Spaceman. Looks pretty sick. I can dig it. I don't know what it sounds like, but it looks awesome.
And germanium is a fun word.
Yeah, it's anything germanium is solid.
Let me try and pick yours.
Yeah, pick
I would
mine,
say
Ruben.
Micah, when I first met him, is definitely the Wampler Euphoria. I feel like was your go-to.
that was my thing, which is like a Dumble kind of drive.
Yeah, and I feel like that was the thing. As of now, everything has been changing very consistently on your board.
But you kind of have a little bit of a lifeline because my pedal board is like right over
but I was
my
gonna
right
say
shoulder.
the only thing that I've seen consistent on your board over the last few months has been the kilt.
Yeah,
So
the kilt is solid.
I'm
That's
gonna
a good
say
one.
that's what is your favorite drive?
I mean, at the moment. I think a lot of it has to do with like the rest of the rig I'm playing at the time. So I've been using a lot. Actually, let's pull this thing.
Let's just get stuff over.
Let's get this pedal board up here. That's what you guys want to see.
You don't want to see us. You want to see the gear.
Pedals.
I'm just gonna start picking up guitars.
Yeah, look. Now here we go. So here I'm just gonna bring my pedal board over here. So guys, if I don't like have a hernia trying to
I got it.
hoist it up.
Oh, it's just that big, huh?
Oh, yeah, here
Your
it
board is just that big.
It is.
Size doesn't matter. This is
Yeah.
a nice board.
Yeah, I love this board. So I'm
is
just
it
gonna
towards
here.
me?
Look, can we lean on the table?
Yeah.
There we go, right there. All right. So this is the board right here.
careful now.
Oh, look at you! Don't mess up my board. So a couple of new things on here that I got. I got
we
this hot tone soul press, which is really cool. It's a wah and volume pedal. So it's like a volume pedal, and then you press it all the way forward and turn on the switch, and it turns into a wah pedal. Hey, what's up, Johnny Bean? Just talking some pedals here, man. So this is awesome. Now, one problem I'm having with this pedal right now, it's not the pedal's fault, but it's this pedal board, the way it's designed. There's not any reinforcement underneath in the middle.
It just concaves in
Yeah,
the
so
middle every time he goes to click on.
I have to put extra pressure on the pedal to engage the wah, and when I do that, the whole middle of my board just goes and like basically.
Like you broke its rib
Yeah,
cage
it's like
and
caving
just,
in.
yeah.
I'm afraid I'm gonna like crack it because this is wood. It's not like one of those metal boards.
Talk about that flatly pedal though.
Dude, yes. Okay, so you asked me what my favorite is. That is it right there. Wait, where is it? That one right there.
Really? I feel like
It
you
is.
haven't historically vibed with clones.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, and how it has to do with rig. So, so just kind of give you guys a quick rig rundown here. I just rewired this thing. I got my drive section first, so it starts with a Moss, which is like a Moss distortion thing, and then it goes into the Centurion, which is a Klon kind of pedal, and then the Kilt. So these are like my 3 gain stages. You kind of turn all 3 of them on, and it gives you like your lead tone. This one is kind of my bass tone. I don't really turn it off, and then adding the Kilt's kind of my
Always
big rhythm.
on.
So it's like a rhythm, big rhythm. Turn the 3rd one on for lead tone, and then it goes into the soul press, and then it goes into this compressor. This is the Origin Effects, which I always like. Kind of poo-pooed on compressors after drives. We even had an episode not long ago where I was like, don't ever do that. But I do still feel that way about certain kind of compressors. If it's like I think it's the optical compressors like the Wampler or Wampler Ego and like the Deep Six, those kind of compressors. But this 76 style compressor, I really like after drive.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got the EV10. This is kind of like I did have it set to get like a 3 dB mid boost, so it just gives me a little bit of digging in a little more. And then it goes to the Deco, which I use this for my modulating effects. It's like the double, what is it called? It's the old double tracker kind of thing. So you can get like
Kind of
some
a
flange, some
chorusy.
chorusy kind of thing. And there's also a really nice drive on this Deco too, which I use for my slide just to give me a little more volume, a little more sustain. And then it goes up top. Then I got my Enigmatic, which is my Dumble. Then it goes to my wet section, the Timeline MX, Strymon MX. And then my tuner goes off my my volume pedal, and then I got the Daiso Plus by Pinstripe Pedals.
Look
so.
at that powder coat.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
So that's my board. So here's the thing. Like right now, like I said, the Centurion is my favorite drive.
That's awesome because I love clones and you haven't been a historically a big clone
But
guy.
I think that's because this,
Oh, talk about
Let's
it.
just go ahead and talk about our gear pick of the week.
Gear
This
pick!
right here for the win. Dude, so this is
Gear pick of
what I this is
Wait.
quickly
All right,
becoming-
let me do my thing.
Yeah, do your thing,
Gear
do your thing.
pick
Let's
of
let
the
Ruben get his
week.
production down.
I worked really hard on this.
Gear pick of the week.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so before we get into this, Morning Glory, and then Matt's talking about the dual pugilist kind of going from EQB to screaming. Don't pay attention to the labels. Doesn't do what it's expected. Just turn them until you feel it, until it feels good.
Yeah, till it feels
Vintage
good.
and Rare mentioned the Vermeer Spiritone.
Yeah,
We played a few of those at NAMM, and they're pretty sick.
yeah, they are.
They're kind of pricey, but
They are
I've heard
pricey.
they're awesome.
But they look like the Terminator. I don't know.
Yeah,
They're like
yeah,
gold
yeah.
and bronze and silver. all
The
kinds.
visual of him peeking over the top of the board is going to torment my slumber.
I'll see you in your dreams.
So anyway, yeah, gear pick of the week. It's this guy right here. This
Talk about it.
okay,
What an absolute steal and
Okay.
stud of a guitar.
dude. This is crazy. First off, the finish. Look at that finish, dude. It's pink, and it's got like this mint green pickguard, which is pretty sick. And this is a Harley Benton.
Mm-hmm.
So
Surprise!
yeah, I'm sorry, I can't hold it, Ruben, without.
That's
There's Harley Benton.
I'll hold it like
it's a
this.
Harley Benton. This guitar was $333. And get
That's
this
nice.
feature set. It has a roasted Canadian maple neck. It has stainless steel frets. It has a coil tap. It has
Really?
What else is that? What is locking tuners?
Show him the back of the neck, man.
Dude, I mean,
it's
it's got this
stunning for
nice-
a
this nice
$300
flame.
guitar.
Look at that.
Look at the flames on that neck.
Crazy, man. And it got here, plays great. The trim feels really good. This thing is awesome.
Let me feel it.
I've been playing this. I played this on Sunday. I played it last night, and I just love it. But I think the reason that the Centurion, the Klon pedal, is my favorite right now is because I'm pairing it with a Strat style guitar.
Strats do feel really good with the Klon.
I feel like that is, if to get the most out of a Klon, I feel like it pairs so well with like a Strat style guitar. And by the way, I've been using the bridge pickup. I'm using the single coil, which is surprising. I historically have not liked Strat single coils, but this one sounds great. And the tone knob, volume knob, they got a nice smooth taper to them. I cannot get over how awesome this guitar is for the price.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in America, there is some tariffs involved in that, so you got to pay UPS tariffs.
Lame.
But
Yeah.
by and large, I am sold, man. This thing is awesome. It holds
It
tune.
does sound really great.
3D looking. You have a hard time seeing what you're playing. Yeah, right. It's just I get hypnotized by
Yeah.
the flame and the maple. But it's also cool too. It has these glow in the dark. The dots on the side are glow in the dark.
That is. It glows in the dark.
Glows in the dark. So
That is
like I
slick,
noticed it
man.
last night. We were side stage. It was dark, and I looked down. I was like, "Hey, wait a minute! These are glowing."
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's got a
That is
compound
crazy.
radius.
For $300, you have glow in the dark dots.
It's crazy.
Humbucker with
Yeah.
the coil tap, the body contour, the flame maple neck,
So happy.
locking tune. It is crazy. It is crazy for the price.
Our worship pastor told me he walked in, and I was like, probably telling somebody
Bro,
next to me how much I love this
His,
guitar.
his exact words were, "I love this guitar so much, I want to shout it from the rooftops."
I think I was doing something like
he
this.
was doing
yes.
that and said, "I want to shout it from the rooftops how much I love this guitar." And his response was, "I can't wait for you to get this excited about God."
I was like, oh man.
In our defense, he also followed up with the pink looks like baby flesh.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that.
right. So I'm not gonna let him.
It's a baby flesh pink. It's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
But anyway, I am super excited about this guitar, and I am loving life right now.
Man,
So I don't
That's
care what
pretty
you
great.
say, Jimmy.
There you go. Oh, dang. You just name dropped him after the baby flesh.
The baby flesh. I didn't say his last name. It's
There
fine.
you go. It's okay.
It's all good.
You can
It's all
find him
good.
online.
So, yeah, that's our gear pick of the week.
Tangent. Thank you guys for asking great questions. I love that
Absolutely,
overdrive.
man, absolutely.
Continue to drop your desert overdrive pedal in the comments.
Yeah. One funny note on the D'Addario thing, going back to that.
Mm-hmm.
The comments are my favorite part on anything like that.
Always.
It's just you go there and just watch people just fighting to the death, man.
Mm-hmm.
But one guy referred to the artist as Slopcore guy. I thought that was pretty funny.
Slopcore.
Slopcore. Oh, we got Lewis Skinnerd.
Mm-hmm.
He has the HB Strat and it's great. Do you think Dylan Talk's Tone would chop it in half? Dude, that would be so sad. He's not chopping my guitar in half. I know
No.
that.
Not this one.
I don't know. Does he do that? Is that something he's done on his channel before? Does he just chop
Anti-Benton?
guitars in half? Or just Harley Benton's? What's the deal? I need to know the scoop.
Yep.
What's going on?
Well, we like Steve Aoki and we just throw strats at people
Yeah, there you go.
instead of cake.
Yeah, there you go. He's the cake guy?
guy, yeah.
That's incredible. I
No, I would say, what if we did that?
we just
I
threw
don't know,
strats
yeah.
instead.
Yeah,
I think that probably we may do it
yeah,
one
it'd be
time.
so like people just like lined up to catch them.
We could probably throw that a lot farther than you throw cakes, but it'd probably be harder to be accurate.
Yeah,
But
we would also hurt somebody.
dude, the cake. Let's go to the cake throwing thing. Does anybody know what we're talking about? I had never heard of this until Ruben brought it up.
everybody knows.
Everybody
The
doesn't
DJ,
know. I
yes.
didn't know.
Everybody under the age of 40 knows.
Shut up. Look. We're gonna look. I
Is it
gotta pull this up.
Aoki?
Yes, is it Steve Aoki?
Is that it?
I think so. Cake.
I just know him as a
Cake
cake
throw.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. His whole bit is like, it's like this girl's
Cake.
like,
Here is a compilation. Let's check.
he's a DJ.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't know when it started. And are we screen sharing or are they just watching us watch?
Yeah, we're screen sharing.
Okay. He selected a victim.
That's not even that impressive. That guy did right there. I think he's doing right for that. So this is.
No, I think this was early on. I think he just like, but then everybody was so
All right,
excited.
Yeah, so that's how it started.
And now he just like launches it from.
Yeah, now watch.
That was
Okay.
a whole sheet cake.
The cakes keep getting bigger. Like the distance keeps increasing.
People would like show up to his concerts with signs that say, "Please cake me."
Look at this guy.
Is he in a wheelchair? There's a dwarf in a wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair, dude. There's like a Make-A-Wish kid, and he's just like, "Please cake him." That's just crazy, dude. Look at from all the way out there. He's just like aiming.
I can't wait to get the first person perspective on
I
it.
know. I've never been on this side of the cake before.
Sniper accurate too. I've seen
He's
one where
waiting
he
for the
throws
drop.
He throws it like 20 rows back. He's gonna hit a guy in a wheelchair in his face with a cake. In what other social setting is this acceptable? He just disappears in the crowd face first.
Everybody just. The thing is, it's an honor to be caked. It's an honor.
I guess so.
That is the most exciting moment of this young man's
You're right.
life.
I mean, we need to have a Tone Nerds Live event where we strat somebody.
To be in that number.
Yeah,
you know.
right. Yeah, totally.
What a beautiful day that would be.
Hold on, I don't want this to start the next video. Let me go ahead and just back on out of here.
Back it up.
There we go. All right. So
Yeah. Caked
so anyway,
up,
I cake to the face.
caked up on a Thursday.
We'll see you, man. Take care, AJ. All right, HP's. Oh, that's a bad guitar. Oh, okay. Well, it's not a bad guitar. It's a great guitar. Okay, I'll have to go watch these videos.
Yeah, just Harley Benton to
Lewis,
prove
I
it's bad guitar.
appreciate you giving us the lead on.
Yeah,
that.
we'll check it out. But we can tell you for the price,
why do you?
he sounded amazing this weekend.
It sounds great and plays
It is
great. Here's
good.
my thing, though. Here's my question. It's not for you, Lewis, but this would be for Dylan. Why do you have to chop a guitar in half to determine whether it's a good guitar or not?
Because that's a great thumbnail.
That is a great thumbnail. Chainsaw.
End of
raised over
question.
your
Yeah.
head,
End of question.
Guitar on
It's
a
a great
workbench in front
thumbnail.
of- Yeah, you don't. What does that have to do with anything? The guitar stays in tune. The tone is great on it. The action is great. It feels great. It looks great. What else do you need?
There are
How about
angry writings on the inside,
that? Yeah,
and you wouldn't know unless you opened it up.
that's maybe. Yeah,
And it
there's-
says whoever playing this is an idiot on the inside. And you
whoever
would-
bought this guitar and cut it in half with a chainsaw is an
yeah,
idiot.
if you're reading this,
If you're reading this,
you just
you're
destroy
not
it.
using a guitar right.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
Okay, so that's our
Moving
gear
on.
pick of the week. Let's add it to the locker, though, Ruben, shall we? Let's do that right now.
add it to the locker. Oh.
Yeah, so Tone Locker is sponsoring tonight's episode, and we are going to add this guitar, this very Harley Benton, into our Tone Locker.
It's too pretty for me to hold
Yes.
it because then I end up in your locker and you just see my knuckles.
Yeah, right. So super simple. Now, we've done this with pedals before.
Show them.
Yeah, so I took a picture. I got a picture in here. Super easy. So what Tone Locker does, when you take a picture of your gear, and you go to continue, you can add up to 6 pictures, but hit continue. It's going to use Gear ID to identify your gear. So it'll be interesting to see how it does on a guitar. It's probably going to be looking at the headstock, I imagine, but
Let's see if it
but it identifies
for
your
us.
gear for you, which is pretty cool.
It's done it with amps, pedals.
Yeah, and yeah, so it's seeing Fender on here, so it's not doing the Harley Benton thing. But that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna go Harley Benton. We're gonna go. It's the ST Modern.
Shoot, man! Don't show Fender that. Don't let Fender know that it.
I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction. We're gonna go electric guitars and manufacture year 2026. You can add your serial number in here. It's optional. We're gonna say mint. It's mint condition. And shell pink. Yep. Description. I'm gonna say bought from Toman.
Baby flesh pink.
2026. Yeah, baby flesh pink.
So stupid, dude.
Yeah. All right, and we're adding it to our locker.
Boom.
And it's in there. Boom.
Yeah.
So you can go on over to Tone Locker, sign up using our invite code in the description box, and you can see that very guitar in our locker. So
Yeah.
add us as friends on Tone Locker.
Imagine you're scrolling through Instagram, but it's all gear. And then you can click on somebody's page and it'll just show you all the gear they have.
Yeah.
I think that's the cool thing. You just meet a random person and you just like, oh, that was cool. And you click on their name and it just takes you to their locker and you can just see
All their stuff.
you're like, this guy has great gear.
Yeah.
This is great.
It's really
I
cool.
want to be his
Yeah.
friend. And then you
Really
just like
cool.
follow him. Yeah, it's cool.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. All right, so that's our gear pick of the week.
Boom.
So let's talk some things happening in guitar culture. So it always fascinates me how like where do these stories come from? So I'm in the wrong spot here.
We're
Okay, yeah, here we
jumping
go. So why do these stories resurface? This is the story was making the rounds on the internet.
They're
this
still
last
talking
week.
about Taylor Swift and John
Yeah.
Mayer.
Yeah.
Let it die.
So it's this Rock Blog 101. Going to the page, I'm like, is this like an AI page? I don't know. It's one of those faceless
Oh,
pages.
shoot,
You just never know.
Don't say those words.
You never know. But I mean, it's basically just revisiting the John Mayer Taylor Swift breakup, which I really didn't know much about. I knew they were like together for a hot minute, but I didn't really care. Honestly, I don't really care now. But
Yeah.
I did not realize. I always thought slow dancing in the burning room was about them, but was it a different girlfriend? I don't know.
I don't know.
But she wrote a song about him right after the breakup called "Dear
John. Yep.
Yeah.
Have you heard it?
No, I haven't,
Dude.
I read the lyrics.
If you would listen to it, it sounds like John Mayer's playing. Whoever she hired,
Really?
like it sounds like a John Mayer song.
Interesting.
It's like the Strat tone. It's
Interesting.
the
Okay. Yeah.
the solo is like very John forward. If you listen to it, it sounds like
Yeah.
John's
Well, I
playing.
guess she recorded all of her albums a couple of years ago. Like did the Taylor's version or
which
whatever.
is genius, by the
It
way.
actually is,
Have you thought basically the studio owned all her stuff, so she just re-recorded those songs, and now she owns those versions, and everybody, all her fans like those better anyway. So she just kind of went over the head of the people who were trying to cut her out of her own songs.
Yeah.
Instead
Genius.
of Prince complaining about it for years and changing his name in protest.
It's like, hey, just
And he's
re-record
like,
them all.
How
yeah.
about you just re-record them?
Yeah, pretty
Genius.
genius move. But
Say-
yeah, one of
yeah.
those was Dear John, and so but that was like 3 years ago now. So I don't know why it
Yeah.
came out now, but yeah, apparently she roasted him pretty good, and he felt it pretty hard. I mean,
Yeah, I saw.
he
the
said
post.
it humiliated him, but then he also said it was cheap songwriting. But I mean, if he felt humiliated, I think she probably
She's a
hit
good
the mark.
songwriter, yeah. Well, I
I think that was the whole point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean,
Well,
obviously, I don't have no clue about their
Well, that's
relationship.
kind of like Taylor Swift's whole MO is just like the Taylor's versions albums are better than the
Yeah,
originals.
yeah,
I mean, I think anytime you get labels outside of an artist's work, you let the artist cook and the way they want the songs to be. It's just hard to take a song that you feel and then have a label chop it up and make a bunch of stuff. It's like you take
Right.
something organic and, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So anyway, just that John Mayer thing popped up again, and like I said, it's always interesting to me, like the timing of these things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like why is that?
I'm gonna pull it up so you can hear the guitar tone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, here I'll pull it up on the. Well, we'll probably get copyrighted.
Yeah, that's why
yeah.
we don't. But at least you can hear it.
I know, Woolly Fuzzy. I know it did, but it's making the rounds on social media like this week, and I don't get it.
This one's actually different. The original
Yeah,
sounds
it
more
sounds.
stratty.
I was about to say that doesn't sound. That sounds a little dirtier.
Let's see.
Okay.
There,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's got that little
Yeah.
bit of. Yeah. Huh. Anyway.
Yeah, it's all those little ad libs and stuff. It sound very stratty.
Yeah.
but the new
right,
one
that makes
sounds
sense. Yeah.
less John.
Maybe she did that on purpose.
Yeah, she's
Maybe.
like, I'll let you off the hook. I forgive
Anyway,
you.
not to revisit old news, but I just thought it was weird. Like, why is that coming out now? But it maybe said, like I said, maybe it was a slow news week. And
Right.
whatever page that was, the Rock Blog 101. Maybe.
Yeah, go back to that.
Yeah, that was-
are you able to scroll to the rest of
No,
the...
I can't. I just took a screenshot of it.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. But yeah, it was just coming back up, and I'm like, who cares?
Yeah,
Is-
I don't know, man. Anyway, so
Yeah.
little John Mayer, little Taylor Swift.
There you go.
But I think one of the John Mayer tie-in with that is I saw another post with him today, and he was promoting the Silver Sky. Specifically, he was playing a left-handed Silver Sky because did you know, Ruben, that today is National Left-Handers Day?
Wow.
I didn't know either until I saw that post.
Do you have the hat?
The hat. Oh, it's somewhere. I don't know where it's at.
That's okay.
I have a left-hander hat that Ruben
It's a
got
lefty
me.
hat.
Yeah,
That's
from
okay.
what was it? What?
I don't.
Florida.
It was
Anyway,
Florida.
yeah.
I brought him.
So,
there was a left-handed store.
Yeah,
I got
don't know
excited.
where my left-handed hat's at, Ruben.
That's all right. But Lefty Day, I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yes, and you're a lefty too. You
I
can
am a
celebrate.
lefty. I can celebrate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my wife. I'm gonna be like, hey, where's my gifts?
Yeah, man, for sure. So if you guys are left-handed out there, happy
Yeah.
National Left-Handers
Go
Day.
buy yourself a
And
sweet treat.
You know what? Even if you're in another country and you guys don't celebrate this holiday in your country, I want to just wish you a happy National Left-Handers Day as well. Thinking about you. So anyway, yeah, but it's kind of weird that John Mayer was promoting that too. But I guess he was trying to sell some left-handed Silver Skies,
Yeah.
which maybe they're having trouble selling those because they're marked down pretty cheap on Reverb.
They're so dirt cheap
Yeah,
right now.
that's where I got that one.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's what Silver Skies should actually cost.
Yeah.
The SEs. The SEs.
Yeah.
What are they like?
They're-
$400 right now if you're left-handed.
It's like 500, I think.
500.
Yeah, so check this out. Woolly Fuzzy says somewhere out there is a guitar store with only left-hand guitars. There is.
There is. Yeah.
And it's in Houston, Texas. And
Southpaw.
It's called Southpaw Guitars, and I've never been. I'm 3 hours away, and I've never gone down there.
I want to go just so I can sit in the right-handed section with like my two guitars.
I want you to feel what
I want to feel what
that
it's
feels
like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it is down there, and actually, we mentioned our worship pastor earlier. He's also left-handed. My friend John Marlin, who lives here in town, he's left-handed. He's
I'm
another great
left-handed,
guitar
but
player.
my brother was right-handed, and I learned from him.
The Leftorium.
Yeah.
Is that seriously
Is
a
that a
thing,
thing?
Johnny? Is a Leftorium? Is that a different left-handed guitar store we don't know about? I think there's a place in Florida called Jerry's too. I've heard about Jerry's.
Oh man, they kind of missed the boat there. Southpaw,
Yeah.
Leftorium, like
And then
it's in the,
Jerry's.
and then Jerry's.
That's true.
Jerry's Jigsaw guitars.
That's pretty spare, Jerry.
Yeah.
Do better.
Do better, Jerry.
So anyway, happy National Left-Handers Day. All right, let's talk some gear news. We're all about the gear, man. So let's talk about what is happening in Gear World. If I can get my screen to switch. So this is
Oh yeah.
a new feature that LSL just dropped on their website.
Is it like a custom shop type deal?
It's like you can build your yeah. It's basically a custom shop thing. You can design your own LSL guitar.
Oh my god.
You can pick all the colors, all the different specs. You can even pick your aging level. I mean, there's the customization options are infinite, and you can basically build it and then you can order it. Put your down payment on it, customize it away, and you're off and running with a brand new LSL guitar.
The Urge.
Look at that! How sick
Oh my
is
gosh.
the aging piece? That is so awesome.
The
dude.
urge to like sell my SSS guitars and just buy one of those is so high
cool.
right now.
Yeah.
If
So-
I didn't get my guitar from my uncle and it feels kind of sentimental, I would do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so there's that, but also another piece of news from LSL, which I thought was super interesting.
Oh yeah, their new Sadakoi.
Yeah. LSL 24 fret. Let's see. I had this pulled up earlier, but then I think I lost it. Let's see.
It's okay.
4 fret.
The cake was
Sadakoi.
important.
The cake wasn't. We had to tell the story of the cake, for sure. Okay, let's see. It was an article in Guitar World. Where is it? Well,
Just go Guitar World.
yeah. Let me.
LSL.
Yeah, here we go. Sorry, guys. I should have had this pulled up beforehand, and I did, but then I got rid of it. Here we go. So this is
Yeah.
this is kind of a big deal. So this is a brand new era of guitar ship innovation, and I think this part of this is obviously from a business standpoint. There's a lot of uncertainty in Europe right now with what's going to happen with this case that Fender has. You know, the Fender Tomon case, the Fender case against these small builders. Don't know how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
So what these builders? I mean, part of this is in response to that, like just this
Yeah.
kind of situation breeds innovation, and that's what's happening
so
here.
basically what is happening here is we have a Sadakoi, which is like LSL's S-style guitar, but they revamped it to make it look different from like a Fender.
Yeah,
And
so the
that's
lines are
question.
different on it. The contours are different. It's
Uh-huh.
got a sharper edge on the front. It still has a forearm contour, but these edges here,
I see it's a humbucker, two humbucker guitar.
Yep.
I bet there's
Yep.
a HSS version of it. I would
Uh-huh.
imagine.
check out this
It's an
cut
extra
here, like
curve
it's
there.
for better access to the upper
Yeah.
frets.
So
So
the-
deeper, sharper cut here. The belly cut is a little bit more pronounced as well. So it's just some different lines on it.
Yeah, and I think if I read correctly, you could also order like a smaller body, a larger body, a deeper belly cut, or more contours.
Yeah, so this body shape, this is a smaller body than, and LSL's Sadakoi was already a smaller body than the Fender Strat. So this one's even smaller than the Sadakoi. Because remember that was when we got that the Chris Fleming in.
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of the
Do we
things
have
we
it?
were marked on. No, it's packed up. We
Okay.
get being be shipped out.
Gotta go.
That was one of the things that immediately we were like, this feels smaller than a
Mm-hmm.
Strat. And then, talking to Johnny, it's like, yeah, it actually is a little bit smaller. And part of their legal response to Fender is the contours are different.
Dimensions are different, but it does set a precedent. Are other companies going to be changing their guitars up just to differentiate a little more?
Uh-huh.
Is LSL going to, continue doing their typical thing if this German case clears up, or what's the, it's just an interesting time in guitar world.
Yeah. And so that's very, and that's what a lot of people, a lot of the critics of some of these builders that have been building these shapes are like, well, they need to build something different. It's like, number one, LSL's already been doing that. They have some really cool hybrids and some riffs on some of the classic guitar shapes, but this is just kind of another think they're trying to be a little more innovative and come up with something different.
I
It's kind of cool.
like it. Yeah. You take that, you put a HSS style thing in it for me. I'm like, that's a cool, different take on a Strat.
Yeah.
Now, right now, you do that in its current state, you know, with the humbuckers. It reminds me a little bit of like, I mean, it looks different, but I just think of like S style with humbuckers. I think like a Jackson, you know,
Yeah,
like, well, I
totally,
say
yeah.
S style, but like two horns.
Yeah, a
And
double
like
horn
a
guitar,
double horn,
right,
like
yeah.
an Ibanez or
Mhm.
something like that. So it has a little of that flavor, but it almost has the paint, you know, it's cool, almost like the guitar player from Slipknot, you know, almost
Yeah.
has that kind of like
Mhm.
paint on it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So anyway, that's hot off the press from LSL. New guitar design in the
Mhm.
mix. I think they're still calling it Statico. It also has 24 frets. I don't know if we mentioned that, but it's
Yeah.
a new 24 fret guitar, which is cool. So that's what's happening there. Now this next article, I thought this was really interesting, and I kind of discovered this. And for some people, it may just be like, what's the big deal? But there's an article in guitar.com about pots. Like, what exactly are guitar pots? Like, what do the pots do? Why do we care? And it's just a really interesting article. And like I said, I kind of discovered this when I was doing that my Blue Telly project, when I was doing the Firebird pickups, because I ordered new pots and was doing some research in them. And I learned at that time that there's different. Obviously there's different values of pots. So we'll start with that. If you have a really dark guitar, like a guitar with dark pickups, like a Les Paul has humbuckers, those are darker pickups. You want to use a higher resistance pot, like a 500K pot, because that's going to let more high end through. As if you use a 250 pot with humbuckers, then it's going to be really dark. It's not going to have a lot of life to it. So there's the primary ones are like 500K for humbuckers, and there's 250K for single coils. There has been some other variations of that through the years. People like experimenting with different values. 300K is, I think they've Gibson tried that for a while. It's kind of like an in between. There's a 1 meg, so you can go like super bright.
That sounds
so
scary.
and what do they do? I mean, basically, you have they're used for volume, they're used for tone. And they, like I said, they kind of determine how much signal gets through. It kind of cuts off your signal, right? So even if you have a pot in your guitar signal, 1,000 on Vigier, okay, cool, good to
Interesting.
know. If you have
1,000.
if you put in your signal path, you put a pot in there, like you just wire it up, even if it's completely open, it's going to remove some high end from your signal. And so that's why some people like to have like a switch on their guitars where they bypass the pots entirely, because they feel like it just gives it a different tone, you know. So there's different levels of resistance in different pots. There's also there are linear pots and there's logarithmic pots as well. So that determines, and there's like your A pots and your B pots is kind of what they're commonly referred to now as. And this is where it was interesting for me when I was getting ready to rewire the Telly is I found out like I can't remember which one was A and which one was B, so I don't want to mix that up. But basically, let's just say one of them you want to use on a volume knob, one you want to use on a tone knob. Because if you use, man, I'm going to mess this up. So check me in the comments. I want to say the logarithmic pots. I don't remember if those are A or B. I'd have to look it up. I mean, I guess we could just Google it right now. But those are logarithmic pots, and those you want to use on your tone knob because it gives you a smoother roll off on your tone knob. Because I guess the human hearing is not linear. Human hearing is logarithmic, I guess. It's getting way into like science and stuff, which I'm probably out of my depth.
Scary.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So, I mean, what do pots do? I mean, it's one of the, I think my takeaway from it, from doing my project and from reading this article, it's just a good reminder that like those kind of parts on your guitar matter as much, if not more than anything else. You know, you can have like the best tone wood, you know, like the most exotic woods. If you have a crappy pot in your guitar, it's going to suck. It's not going to sound good, you know? So it's one of those things that don't sleep on pots. They're important as well.
I always get a dusty pots. I don't know. I think maybe if it's because I leave my guitars out the case, but I always get like a...
Maybe. I don't know. You know, one of my favorite guitars is that Gretsch Falcon, and it has a crackly tone pot.
Yeah.
And like I guess those are really hard to work on, and I like the taper of that pot, so I'm scared to replace it. You know.
Yeah. You do
It's like, what if another one is like not quite as
yeah,
good?
I give it the little spray.
Yeah, and
yeah.
I did that. I did the spray.
A is log taper.
A is log tape.
Yeah.
There we go. Thanks, Wooly Fuzzy. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it, man. Yeah. So, yeah, I think if I recall correctly, I put an A on my tone knob and a B on my volume knob.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's how I had it set up. Pretty sure.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I kind of got into that a little bit
So-
with.
Yeah, you have some projects going on.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess it must be yours. I don't remember putting mine on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so super cool. Check out Pots. I've dropped a link to this article in the description.
Don't do pot, but do check them out.
Do check Pots out. But yeah, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. So yeah, okay. So that's a little pot talk.
Nice.
One more thing on gear before we move
Pothead.
on. I had a milestone today.
Oh.
Well,
Do tell.
not today, but this week. So I've been playing guitar for 20 plus years.
Wow.
Over a quarter of a century now. And I've never purchased anything from Sweetwater until this week.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I know. You always hear everybody raving about Sweetwater, and
Did you get a call from your rep?
I did.
Did you sit there on your belly with your feet in the air and you're just like, hi?
Well, I got a call from him. I missed the call from him.
Oh gosh, you got to call
But he
them
left
back.
a voicemail, and so first off, what I bought was this really cool. These are my favorite straps.
What is it?
It's a locket strap. So these are. Number one, I like the design of them. It's got like kind of the vintagey design, the floral design.
This is kind of
But
fly looking.
This is what I love about these, though, Ruben. Is it has like built-in strap locks.
What?
So look, it's got like this little lever here.
Oh yeah.
They're great, man. So you just flip it down. You got a little hole. You put your strap through there, let it go, and it cinches right down on there.
Let me see. Let me show them
Dude,
for the
they're
for the
so
camera.
cool, man. Yeah. I mean, it's
the
gonna be
camera.
blurry because
Just so you can see through it.
Yeah, yeah,
You see how
yeah.
it clears up here?
it's killer. These things
You
are
see?
so great, man.
You see my finger?
Yeah. Johnny Bean has a locket strap. These things are awesome.
That's crazy. Here,
I know,
You can,
and they're not crazy expensive either. Thank you, Ruben.
There you go.
Thank you for the illustration. Yes.
Demonstrating.
Really put the picture in the frame there.
Yeah, you're welcome. I do what I can. That's
So,
cool.
heck yeah, man. So I was super stoked about this. Is the second strap I have like that. The other one is a yellow one, which looks really rad.
Your
too.
Sweetwater rep's like, hey, just calling to make sure you got that strap.
Yeah,
how's
yeah,
that?
so-
How's that working out for you?
So yeah, check it out. I got this new Happy New Gear Day like little pamphlet
You
from
get the
I'm
little
telling you,
candy?
man, they got the marketing down. They got like this little thing, like they're promoting like, whatever this are, headphones and speakers and whatnot. Got a Sweetwater sticker, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole thing, man. They just got the customer service thing down, which is awesome.
Anytime I'm gonna buy something like brand new that's expensive, I go to Sweetwater specifically if it has to be shipped. Like if I'm getting an amp and I can't find it locally,
You
I
have
got to-
Sweetwater?
I go to Sweetwater.
Okay.
Why? Because if it comes in and it ain't right, they're gonna make it right. And I'm
Yeah.
not just gonna be out $1,000
or go
on
back
an
and
amp,
forth for
or have to
weeks, like you had to do with the
Right.
thing on Reverb.
on Reverb.
Yeah.
Yes, that got stolen, and Reverb was giving me the runaround forever. They fixed it, so I was actually really happy with how they handled it, but it took forever. Whereas, Sweetwater is
yeah,
they take
it's
care of
awesome.
their stuff.
But I love the fact that my rep's name is Pepe. So shout out to Pepe.
Shout out to
He's on it,
Pepe,
man. So I got the, like I said, I got the strap, I got the Happy New Gear Day pamphlet, and I also got a bag of candy.
Yep, naturally.
They
That's
send me
what
candy.
that's what makes it sweet in
Yeah,
the Sweetwater.
Sweetwater. There you go. I didn't even put two and two together on that. Thanks
Yeah.
for connecting the dots.
You're
for me.
welcome.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that, and I'll definitely be doing more business with Sweetwater. I really like their used site too, the Gear Exchange, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. You can sell your stuff on there. You can get credits, to spend in Sweetwater.
That's
It's actually
cool.
pretty genius. But yeah, so Sweetwater. Shout out to Sweetwater, and shout out to Locket Straps for really cool products.
Very cool.
You don't have to carry strap locks around or anything. They're just built right into your strap. Hard to beat. So
Tough
very
to
cool.
beat.
All right, Ruben. It's time to get into just riffing.
Just riffing.
Yeah, so this is the segment of the show where we just talk about whatever.
This is where you guys get to really steer the
Yeah,
conversation.
we usually like to talk about Middle East politics. Just talk about women's reproductive rights. Because
Sure? Question mark? I've never been here for that.
those are things the algorithm picks up on and really
Oh,
pushes
right,
our
right,
content.
right,
The more
right.
we say those things,
The more we say
the more
those things,
controversial the content's just going to push it out more.
the more we get flagged.
Well, yeah, I mean, we couldn't even, like, we had a interview with Buddy Blues, and we couldn't even promote it because we jokingly, like, said one thing on there.
Yeah, he jokingly...
Just one word. It wasn't even
Yeah.
like, it's just,
He jokingly said the name of a country. He
Yeah,
just said
that was it.
Israel, and that was it.
well, you just said it. Now you just got us banned again, Ruben.
Dang
Gosh.
it. Oh, shoot.
I was trying to beat around the bush.
Oh, I forgot. That's yeah. Well, here we go. We can't promote. Oh, we're not gonna promote a live
We're
show.
screwed
anyway.
now.
Yeah,
Our
well.
channel's dead.
He yelled it though.
He
So-
did. He did.
So
He shouted
maybe
it.
it would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, on that note, please check out our Buddy Blues episode. It was a
really
great
great.
interview, and nobody's seeing it because he got throttled by YouTube.
By YouTube.
So it's
Oh,
a great
well.
interview, and we love Buddy Blues. And he has a new signature LSL, speaking of LSL.
It's pretty great.
So, all right. So,
You know, I actually had something that I think is an interesting take. I don't know how many of you guys know JoJo, the singer?
JoJo Siwa.
Not JoJo Siwa. JoJo, the amazing
Gojo.
vocalist. No, JoJo is in...
I don't know JoJo.
You don't know JoJo?
JoJo the idiot circus boy with a pretty new
Who-
pet.
No, dude. JoJo. Like,
JoJo. I gotta Google JoJo. I'm sorry, man.
aren't...
All right, here. Let's let the
Right.
people see what we're seeing here.
Like, think...
This is JoJo, American
this one.
singer, songwriter,
Yeah.
and actress.
You've definitely heard this song. She's... Think secular Tori Kelly.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I recognize the
Yeah.
hook. Yeah,
By the way, so she was like 16 when
Yeah,
she
that-
recorded this.
that makes sense.
But
I don't know her music that much.
She-
what was she singing about?
anyway.
Was it something bad?
no, she's an
okay.
absolute stellar vocalist. Anyway, she's kind of doing the podcasty type thing, and
Okay.
she talks about like stuff in the music industry, which is where I'm going with this. But
So she's not talking about like Klon pedals.
no, she's not talking about clon pedals, but she brought up a good point today, or at least in the video that I saw today, which was our live shows getting too perfect. And what we mean by that, in her context, it was like for vocals, ever since the iPhone came out and you have a camera phone and people are just posting stuff to the internet, you could have 80 minutes of a fantastic show and one stray note will have you just
Getting roasted online.
getting roasted online.
Getting Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas
Yeah.
tanking your sales, so there's more pressure than ever to just be perfect.
Yeah.
Right? And so now we're seeing the use of auto-tune live and all of those things. And it got me thinking about that in the guitar world. And her point was, at what point does it stop being live music and essentially you're listening to a studio record with
Yeah.
people in front of you? You know, because the vocals are auto-tuned, the guitars are highly compressed and tuned.
There's
and
tracks running.
Tracks running. It's like,
Yeah.
at what point do we lose the organicness of just seeing somebody doing something amazing on stage?
Yeah. It loses its soul a little
It
bit.
loses its soul. And I thought, yeah, like I kind of like the imperfections of a live show.
That's one of the exciting things about it. Is
Yeah.
you never know what you're going to experience.
Exactly.
You know? I mean, there was a couple of lines on the LED wall at the Forrest Frank concert that went out, and that was great.
There you go, man. Yeah.
It's like, hey,
just-
it happens to you guys as well.
yeah, we're like, yes, I feel better now. Right?
Feel better about our production situation. Yeah.
Right, but like
Yeah.
that's the fun of like a live show, and I feel that almost with studio albums too now. Like
Yeah.
you go and listen to like an old Zeppelin record, and it's like the G string is a little out of tune, and you know all these little things, but it just felt like
Yeah.
raw and real, and now everything is so tuned to perfection. It almost feels robotic. I don't know.
Yeah,
put your
well, you know,
thoughts
it's
in the
interesting
comment.
that Joe Bonamassa actually spoke up about that this week too.
Interesting.
So, oddly enough, I don't remember, he was being interviewed by a magazine or some kind of publication, but he said he referenced Nick Jonas, the same kind of thing, like, And in the context of his comments were
Poor Nick Jonas. Because everybody just uses him as like he's just like the poster boy for terrible musical moments.
terrible gaffes on stage. Yeah,
he's been on Broadway.
He made people forget about Ashley Simpson.
Yeah, that's
but hey,
crazy.
at least Nick Jonas was going for it.
He was going for it.
Ashley Simpson wasn't even going for it. She got busted. But Joe Bonamassa, his point was there's so many armchair musicians out there, like something like that goes wrong and they just roast people and rip people up one side and down the other. It's like,
you couldn't even play that.
like, what do you want Nick Jonas to do, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess like it's really sad Nick Jonas had to go into therapy for that. And
Yeah.
it was a whole thing, man.
I mean, he got ripped.
Yeah, I will say
Hard
the one
online.
thing I enjoyed about that situation was the people that came out and did the tutorials.
Yes, dude, there's tabs.
That was actually
There's
genius.
tabs on, like, it was a whole thing on TikTok. Like, it was tabbed out and you would like
Yes.
play all the beep, beep, boop.
That was kind of fun.
That was really fun.
But the people that were genuinely, I mean, it's one thing to like troll somebody
Yeah.
and
And don't
and
act
just
like you've never had
laugh about it, but it's more
Yeah.
than it's another thing to just tell somebody they're terrible and they're awful and they suck and all that.
As if you've never
that's
had a
cool.
bad moment on stage. Get out of here.
if you haven't, then you haven't been doing this long enough, man. So
Yeah.
Johnny Bean says smoke and mirrors. Yeah, to an extent. I mean, that's kind
Mm-hmm.
of part of the fun. But that's interesting because that was kind of my thing I wanted to talk about was just concerts and like live music. So it's kind of
Yeah.
an interesting tie-in to that. Is like what makes a good live show? What are some of the concerts that were the best concerts you've ever been to? I'm just interested to hear all that, and I got a few notes on mine. I had
Put
to
it in
think
the
about this
comments.
for a little bit. I guess first question I'll ask you, Ruben, as far as live show goes, what was your first concert that you remember going to? And a concert at your church doesn't count.
Yeah. I didn't go to, I listen to mainly worship music, so it's the first cool one? Or It's like-
Sure.
yeah, so not the Rock and Worship Roadshow.
Really? Oh, you didn't like the Rock and Worship
I mean, it was
Roadshow?
okay.
Oh, shade.
I'll tell you.
Shade.
No, it's not that. I actually really like the Rock and Worship Roadshow. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to think of. There's one early on. Dang, it's a. Oh, look it up.
Dude, we had.
El Salvador. How Far Is Heaven?
Oh, they got
all that stuff.
Dude, they're
yeah,
killer.
They're killer. And
Yeah.
then on top of that,
dude, Salvador was awesome.
he married what's her name? The other Christian artist, and then they started touring together. So
Amy Grant.
No, but it's like Hispanic Amy Grant.
Yeah, I mean, their version of Cry Holy was so good.
Yeah. I'm just glad that you know who they are.
Yeah, dude, I love Salvador. Yeah, they're killer.
Salvador, man.
Yeah, that is a banger, man.
Yeah, so I probably saw them 4 times.
So
Like
Johnny-
my parents, we went to go see them.
That's
every
cool.
time. Yeah.
Where are they from?
I don't know. I would hope El Salvador. I legitimately
Maybe.
don't know.
I don't know either.
But yeah, so I would say that, and then a lot of Israel Houghton,
Okay.
which
yeah.
those are always really good.
Yeah. Okay.
The band's are always killing. Chris Tomlin, a lot of that stuff. I would say my first like not worship show was like Bruno Mars, maybe. And then
Really? That was in Vegas.
That was in
Vegas.
Vegas, yeah. And
Nice,
then that was a different
paying
animal.
off his gambling debt. So
Yeah, there you go. That was a different animal. I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
He gets after it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Johnny Bean, Rafi, and got to meet him, and he was on the news. Hey, congrats, man.
Hey,
that's a
sweet.
big deal. And then Huey Lewis, sports
Mm.
sewer. Man, there's what's the guy's name? Desi Cerna. He's
Mm.
a guitar instructor. Have you seen him? His stuff. He has the Music Theory podcast. He has really good content. I like
Oh,
his
that's
stuff
cool.
a lot. Yeah,
I like music theory.
But he's a huge Huey Lewis fan.
Huey Lewis.
He's in like a Huey Lewis cover band. He's in there on Huey Lewis, and Huey Lewis has got some good stuff. That was a little bit before my time, but
That's before my time.
yeah, but Huey Lewis is solid, man. I know a lot of like musicians
Mm-hmm.
are big into Huey Lewis. They're like
That's cool.
That's a thing, man, for sure.
Yeah.
My first one I remember, and I didn't really write this down, but I just thought of it now when we talk about church concerts was Rick and Mick.
That's crazy.
They were
Rick and Mick.
They were twin brothers, and they sang
Yeah.
Southern gospel music, and they would just do like the church the church circuit, and, like, did the love offerings, you know, and like I remember we bought their tape, and me and my cousin would just rock out to their tape at Calvary, their version of At Calvary with a banjo line.
Calvary
It was
with
a
a
banger.
banjo is
It was
crazy.
Such a banger, man.
I don't know if anything with a banjo can be a banger.
Oh, this was a banger. You've never heard Rick and Mick before.
Rick and Morty.
Rick. Yeah, but I don't know whatever happened to Rick and Mick. But I do know, what I do know is they left a bigger impression on my cousin than me. I'm pretty sure, because he ended up singing like in a Southern Gospel Quartet for a long time. It was like in there on the Southern Gospel thing. And it all started with Rick and Mick for both of us.
There you go.
We were like thick as thieves growing up, man. Oh, look, Lewis Skinner, Jackson 5.
Motown.
Dude, you saw Jackson 5 live? That is sick.
That is pretty awesome, dude.
That's amazing.
That is a flex. For
That
sure.
is a flex.
That
Yeah,
is a flex.
That
for
tops
sure.
Rick and Mick.
Yeah, definitely tops Rick and Mick.
Where did you see him at?
Were there
was
any
it,
banjos involved?
Yeah, maybe.
Doubt it.
Dude, I was watching the Michael Jackson movie. What was it called? Michael. It was just called Michael, wasn't it? The Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was watching that, and I'm pretty sure, like, they were showing a concert from, like, there was the Jackson 5 when they were just getting started, and they were playing a show, and it was like 1967 or something like that, and they showed the stage, and their back line, they had Silverface Fender amps, and I was like, I don't think that's right. But then it seems like I looked it up, and I think Silverfaces did start in 67. But I think I thought it was 68. Let's look it up. Fender,
Accuracy.
Silverface,
We riot.
years. Here, let's let the people look and see what we're watching here, or what we're looking at. I'll bring you guys in on the research here. Okay, so let's see here. Silverface.
Keep dropping your first shows in the comments. I'll say why.
See, 68, 69 was a Drip Edge era. That's what I thought. And I think I'm pretty sure there was a mistake in the Michael Jackson movie.
They're like, these look vintage.
Yeah,
enough.
they had Silverface amps on stage before their time. Unless maybe it's like a car, like, you know, you buy a 2018 car in 2017, maybe something like that. I don't know. But I think it was a mistake. I'm pretty sure they made a mistake there. Somebody fact check me. So yeah, Lewis saw the Jackson 5 in Toledo, Ohio.
That's pretty sick.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Just watching that movie, I feel like we've said this before on our show. The 70s are like the coolest.
70s and the
ever.
80s, I think, just take
Yeah,
it,
into the
man.
80s, dude.
They
so
just
awesome,
take it,
man. Yeah. So that's super cool.
I would say favorite show ever. I feel like this is going to be controversial because I've seen some pretty great shows. I've seen
You've been to all the K-pop shows.
I've seen
with
Bruno
Diane.
Mars. I've been to a lot of. My wife,
A lot of Blackpink.
My wife likes K-pop, so I've been to a lot. In fact, she's got BTS tickets for this Sunday. She's not going to church.
When is it? When is the show? When is the show? Is it 10 a.m.?
No, but she's like,
You got
this
a
is
pregame for it?
Yeah, she's like, cancel everything.
Clear my schedule.
Clear my schedule. Anyway.
So, okay.
But
all right.
I'm gonna say my first Machine Gun Kelly concert,
Okay.
which was it was during their Tickets to My Downfall album. There's some serious happenings on that. Their band is insane. Justin, Sophie Lloyd. I mean,
Was
the
Sophie
drummers,
touring with them then?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
her. That was her first run with them.
Nice.
And everybody was like, "Oh shoot, that girl from Instagram is doing stadium tours now."
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, and so it was just blew my mind because I did not think that a Machine Gun Kelly concert was going to have that much guitar in it, and it is a very guitar heavy show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of went that way after Eminem punked him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Kind of moved into the punk thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or so the story goes. I don't know.
So the story
Yeah,
goes.
I'm
If
not-
you ask him, he says differently. He's
Right,
like, I
right,
want to
right.
be. He says that he wants to hit every genre. So he's been doing it. He did the country thing.
When did he do country?
He did with Jelly Roll, and like he released like a country. It's like a Take Me Home Country Roads kind of like.
Oh, okay. Is he doing bluegrass at any point? I would
No,
love to hear
no,
Machine
yeah,
Gun Kelly
but-
bluegrass.
But so he's done. That's why this one was a pop album. So he's trying to make the rounds. He
Okay.
did a punk album. He did a hip hop album. He did a country thing, and now he's doing pop.
Well, I do know this about Machine Gun Kelly is he's not very popular with the anime crowd right now.
Really?
Yeah. Did you hear his new song?
That he got some of the facts wrong in like his anime song or something like that.
Yeah, he like totally messed up. Like he's making these cross references to all these different animes, and my 15-year-old daughter was like outraged about it.
Yeah, I felt that way when
So he's like, "This is your guy." Like he's not my guy. His guitar player is my guy.
he's Ruben's guy.
Yeah, he's Ruben's guy though. I didn't throw him under the bus like that though.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll accept it. I'll wear my Machine Gun Kelly t-shirt. But now that you bring that up, one funny thing that I laugh at every time I hear this song is there's a song in like the Black Panther album.
Mm-hmm.
A few times they reference like superheroes in the songs. It's like Gotham City Streets. And I'm like, that is the wrong universe. This is a Marvel like soundtrack, and they're like roar like a lioness, punch like a cyborg. I'm like, Cyborg is in the DC universe, so they're referencing the entire Justice League in the Black Panther album. And I'm like, that's the wrong universe. It bothers me so much every time I listen to it. I think the song is called Ops. Go and listen to Ops. And first of all, it's bars. I mean, the song is awesome, but I'm like, all the characters they're referencing are not in a Marvel universe.
DC characters. That's hilarious.
They just Googled superheroes and were like, "Oh, superhero," and they're just referencing the entire wrong.
Yeah, but you know what? Like that's one thing for the artist to make that song, but that's another thing for the people that are compiling this album to let that slide. Like that, I blame them.
I blame them.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you not catch that?
Yeah. So Wooly Fuzzy says Guns N' Roses with Metallica was his first.
Oh, that was your first one? How do you recover from that,
Yeah, how do you
man?
get any better than that? It's all downhill from there.
That is crazy. I think I read
With
about
Metallica.
that tour.
Was that like early 90s? When was that?
Yeah.
Was that, who was the headliner? Was it Guns N' Roses or Metallica? Or was it like a co-headliner
I
thing?
think it was Metallica.
Okay, that makes
If I
sense.
remember.
Metallica kind of rose to... their rise was before Guns N' Roses.
So if I remember, because I read his autobiography, and he talked about like wanting to impress the guys from Metallica and like be cool, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like this whole chapter about like him and Axl and stuff. But that was some of the, because Axl was just partying backstage, and he was like blowing all their money on just these crazy
cocaine and hookers.
Yeah, basically in the green room,
92-ish.
and he was like, "Dude, be cool." That's
Metallica over there.
Yeah, well, Metallica, they were like all about the tour and the shows, and Slash was like, "I want to be like that," because they look like professional, and then you go into the green room, it's like so there's just like hookers and coke everywhere. It's just like, he's like, no. So the Metallica guys are like, you aren't taking serious, you know. Anyway.
Well, and I got, Guns N' Roses was great in their time, but I mean, if you look at this thing about legacy, and Metallica, I think got them.
They got more.
Yeah, and then they lasted.
Albums.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses did not, probably for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Faith No More opener.
Yeah, so my first show that I remember, I mean, Rick and Mick aside, was DC Talk.
Man, Guns N' Roses and Metallica got you beat. Dog, DC Talk and Rick and Mick got you. Bro,
hey man,
we're losing out here, dog. We're losing out here.
This is a Supernatural tour. Like it was my first show that was in an arena.
Yeah.
It wasn't like in my church.
Satanic Panic, baby. That was peak worship music.
Yeah,
peak.
yeah. So that was like 98 or so, and that was cool. That was the first time I ever skanked.
What does that mean?
You know what skanking is? Dude, come on,
What does that mean?
That's how you dance to ska music. Somebody help me out
Somebody tell me that.
Skank dancing, come on,
That
man.
is not. I
hold
know
up,
what
hold up.
Skanking means something different in my time.
No. Hey, look, skank.
If someone calls you a skank,
ska, we're gonna say ska. Ska dance skank. See, look, how to skank.
I'm scared to show.
What I want you to do is clean this up.
A Mike Matza production.
This is high quality stuff here.
Are they seeing this? Are they seeing this? Are people seeing this?
Yeah. Okay, this is not skanking.
Wait.
Hi,
fast
Mike
forward.
Matza here.
That was just the intro.
As you can see
I
right
think I
now,
saw a
ska
picture
is
of it.
just skyrocketing. It actually, you can't be really, I find that floor. They want, but they also make you feel very secure.
Bro,
you need a good
I
bandwidth
smell
for when you're.
tism.
And lastly, to top it all up,
Okay, just dance. All right, yeah, here we go.
All you're doing is moving your arms up and down.
I'm telling you, it's a real thing.
For you to
This
get
is
the
what I
same
did.
motion,
I definitely had a
then
whole
we'll move on to
room
the
full of
next step.
fedoras.
This was me, circa.
Next, you're gonna start kicking your
Yeah,
feet
see,
while
that's
you're
it right
bobbing
there.
your
That's the
arms.
kicks. It's
This
the
is the
kicks.
second
And
step to skanking. After that, though, you're gonna start
like,
kicking, which is the last step.
dude.
After this,
This
give
is
a
not
couple
real, dude.
shots.
This
This
is
is
not
real.
real
And
time
there
in
was a-
history.
look,
This is not really how people dance.
No,
Good
they
job.
do. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like, if you're
Somebody looked at this and they thought this was cool. This
Now
is
that we
crazy.
know how to skank.
I'm losing
Well,
my mind
but
now.
man, no.
Modifications
When
to see if
you're
we can
when
make
there's
any
a
other
whole like,
skank, so-
at ska concerts, you don't have a mosh pit. You have like a skank pit. And
Yeah,
it's-
I get it. I've
Everybody's
seen
doing
it.
that, and it's just you get caught up in the,
In
caught
the
up.
flow.
Yeah, you're just caught up in just the hype of it, and you just join. Like that, those guys are having a lot of fun. Let me go and do it too. You know,
There's,
And that's-
I cannot believe what I just witnessed.
dude, it's a real.
Is someone
a real thing.
who
You didn't live through the '90s like I did, man.
somebody confirm this story and make sure that he didn't just plant that video. on the
No,
internet.
I didn't. I swear, that's real. That is real.
It's the first time I skanked is a crazy sentence. Can we acknowledge that?
Well, that was that was like at that DC talk show, and so
you skanked at
a
it was
the
a Mac
opener.
concert.
It was the opener. I think it was Five Iron Frenzy, maybe. I don't remember who it was. I'll have to look it up. But
You're like, this is a Christian
I was
show.
in there,
I feel
man.
safe.
I
I'm
was
gonna let
in
my
there.
guard down.
yeah,
And they're like, all I know is I can tell you somewhere at some point somebody was like, I caught that boy dancing.
how many views does this have? Where's my mouse at? There it is. We got 1.5 million
is
views.
Wild. How long ago was that?
That was 16 years ago.
We're in the wrong business, dog. We got to skank more.
1.5 million views. So, Ruben, I'm telling you, like, this is a real thing. People, I lived through this, and it was awesome.
I'm a skank.
I have
now,
no
guess.
regrets. So, I didn't do a lot of concerts back then, but I think it was basically that. There's a few shows at our church, but there is one show that I remember, and it was
Lay it on me.
it was a church lock-in situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it was another ska band, actually.
That was
But
a lot.
here's the setting though. It was a church like we got invited to. It wasn't our church. Me and my buddy Colt. Colt was around for this. Colt Emerson. Call him Bobo now. But me and Colt heard about this gathering, and I think maybe he liked a girl over there or something. There was some backstory behind it. So we're like, yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah.
We get over there, and I just started playing guitar. I've been playing guitar maybe 9 months at this point,
Fresh. Straight out the
So
box.
we walk in, and I see like a what amp was it? I think it was like what kind of amps were? Was it a Line 6? It may have been a Line 6. I don't remember, but I do remember he had a Boss Metal Zone. I do
Oh
remember
shoot,
that.
man.
So I was like,
Boss
whoa, a
Metal
Metal
Zone.
Zone. It's like that orange color. Oh no, that one's the graphite color. Which one's the orange one? That's
No,
like
that's the Metal Zone.
It is a Metal Zone? Okay, yeah. I just remember seeing that pedal. I was like, I've only seen that in Musician's Friend. It's cool to see one in real life, And I see all these horns. There's like a trombone and a trumpet and a sax, and they're like on their stands. And there's like 10 people there. I mean, it's like a really small church.
And this was like the biggest show they've ever played.
Yeah. And then, these kids came from Denton, and they took the stage, and they were kind of killing it, dude.
Really?
Like the horn lines were tight, like the really spanky, like guitar lines. They had it going on. But my favorite part of the show was the band's name was 6 Foot Midget.
6 foot.
It was like
Everything about Micah. Everything about your small town story. Rick and Mick was your first concert. Banjo went hard.
Banjo went real hard.
You're
skanking at a DC talk
you're
show.
skanking at a DC talk show. And now you're telling me that you saw at a church lock-in a ska band called 6-foot midget. This is not. You're making this stuff up,
No,
dude. I don't believe
I'm
you.
not. It was real.
This is so crazy.
Well, so the whole idea, like back then, that word wasn't as
Yeah.
as troublesome as it is
Yeah.
now. But the
It was a different time.
the euphemism was like it was a Christian ska band, so 6-foot midget, like we're all small and God's big. So it's about us being small.
Mm-hmm.
You
could get there if you misuse the Bible enough.
So anyway, that was a epic concert. That one
Yeah.
is burned into my brain.
It's okay.
I'm pretty sure I probably skanked at that concert too.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I was in a Christian band called Born to Live.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Born to.
Oh, yeah, the
number two.
number 2 in there. Got
Born
it.
to Live.
Sounds like a boy band.
Yeah. Well, I wrote all the songs.
Nice. We should break those out sometime.
I don't even remember them.
No, you don't
I
have
left
it
the
down?
band
Alright.
because everybody was late to every rehearsal.
Yeah, I think we tried to write a couple of songs in our band, but they kind of flopped. One was called "I Praise You,"
Nice.
and it was like
I praise you, you praise me.
it was like the same 3 chords over and over again. And I had the only difference is I had a chorus pedal on the verse, and I had a Dan Electro Fab tone on the chorus. So it's just
Can't go wrong.
white
man.
noise machine on the chorus.
Did I ever tell you about the first gig I ever played?
No.
So it was with Born to Live. This is like my Christian band or whatever. So we're doing this, and it was like for this event for like the mayor. Maybe this was like
The mayor
this was like
of
our
El
second.
Paso?
Yeah, this was
Wow.
actually like our second thing, and we're like, I don't know why we're here. We're like, we played one show. Anyway. And that's the show that like my guitar snapped.
Oh, that was
all
the
over
one?
Anyway, so this was like that was our first show, and this was like our second show. I'm like, we're not exactly like
Not road ready
Yeah,
yet.
we're not road ready, but I guess we're playing for the mayor's
mayor.
thing. Oh my god!
Mayor.
So I go, and the idea was we're gonna play the first song. After the first song, they're gonna like keep the music going, and I'm gonna like introduce the band.
Nice.
Bro. So I go around, I'm like, oh, and on the drums, and on the guitar, and on the guitar, and then I get to the keys player, and then on keys, I couldn't forget, I couldn't remember her name, dude.
Line.
So I'm like, and on keys,
Introduce yourself.
and she's playing, and she's like, no, you're not. She's like, are you? She's just looking. She's like, are you serious right now? I'm like, I don't know your and I stood there just like, and then I remembered. I'm like, it was like I was holding my breath. I was like, anyway, it was like trying to birth this name from my memory. Anyway, I felt terrible because I'm like, we rehearse all the time.
Learn her name.
And I couldn't
As long as you
remember-
get your parts right.
Yeah, basically, I was like friends with her brother, and she like it was like a 2-for-1 package sort of deal. She was great on keys, but I just like we just hadn't hung out like that. I only saw her like, and
You're
she's
all about business.
well, yeah, I was very much all about business, and then she wasn't exactly like the talking type. She was kind of like quiet, and so like I knew her name, but I was just nervous. And
you don't
so
want to
it just-
right, get it wrong. Yeah, I got you.
I was just like, anyway, it was really bad. Anyway, I played it off, and then the other thing is like I had never done like an actual show before. I'd only played like in church. So when worship is over, somebody just comes and prays,
Yeah.
right? So we finished the last song, and I was like, we're not in church. You can't just start. Well, I mean, I guess I could have, but I was like, it would have felt weird to just start praying like I don't know where. And so I was just like, that's it. I was like, that's the end of our set. And then we just walked off. And I was just like, that's all we got. And then I just walked off, and I'm standing side stage like, idiot. Just, God, you're the worst. Just like, just
Beating yourself
just
up.
beating myself up. And then, the like person from the mayor's office comes up, and they're like, hey, you guys did great. I'm like, I am so sorry. We will never do. I'm so sorry you had to see that. And they're like, you guys, like, it's just like a playground and like a bunch of people walking around eating elotes and stuff. I'm like, you're good, you know. But I'm just sitting there beating myself up. And I'm just like, gosh. Anyway, so that was like my first real show. Yeah. It's ingrained in my memory.
Oh, that's tough. Let me ask you this: what artists have you seen the most?
Most probably Salvador.
Salvador. Okay, yeah, you mentioned them earlier. Okay,
we saw them every time they came to town.
Yeah.
I mean, we darn near were part of the show by the sixth time, you know, singing, whatever.
Yeah. Mine is Mercy Me.
That's
and
good.
this was back in the day. So the first time I saw them was they came to our church. And this is 97, or no, it was 90, like February of 98, it was a Disciple Now weekend. So Mercy Me came to play at our church. They were playing, at that time, there was 5 of them, and Bart was married. There's 6 people traveling around. Like, the keyboard player doubled as the mechanic. I mean, they were...
Smart.
And they were playing for $500 a day. That's what they cost to book them for the weekends.
Well, they cost more than that now.
Yeah. So we booked them at Disciple Now, $500 a day. That was the first time I saw them, and that was
that's killer, dude. They're great.
They were incredible. Even then, like, they weren't signed to like a record deal or anything, and they had not written I Can Only Imagine. They were like, you know, just scraping by. But even then, you could tell, like, well, these guys have it.
They got it.
Yeah, they have something. They were great, man. They're super tight. Like, you know, Mike, the guitar player's tones. I wasn't even playing guitar then, and I was like, these guys are kind of awesome, you know?
Yeah. They are really great live. I feel like if you listen to they're just one of those, like, it just doesn't do it justice to their live stuff.
It doesn't,
You go see their live show and you're like, oh, this is awesome. And then you go you're like, I want to buy all their records. And then you listen to the records and you're like, where are all the guitars?
Where's that sick riff that Mike was playing?
Yeah. It's just like, it feels so good. He's such catchy stuff live.
Yeah. So saw them then. We saw the next year, they like led worship all week at that college camp that we went to, which is awesome. And they came back to our church again the next year, saw them then. And then, like, at that point, I was like their biggest fan, you know? Like, Mike Scheutzer, he was our only guitar player at the time because Barry hadn't joined the group yet. But every time we go to see him, Mike probably thought I was like just a big weirdo because I would just stare at him.
You're just time. Like at the foot of this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like this is the stage, and you just see Micah's eyes like looking at
like that, dude.
What overdrive are you using?
Well, and like every pedal he had, I'd go like take pictures of pedal. In fact, I had a disposable camera one year at Glorietta, and one of the pictures I found like not too long ago was a picture of pedal board.
I just imagine you like running to Walmart, like, I gotta get these developed, and then you're like, what is this?
This is amazing. Yeah. So I've always been a big fan of him, but we saw them. I've seen them probably 10 times. Anytime they were anywhere close, like we drove all the way like an hour and a half away one time to see them. And we get there, and they're just leading worship for a youth group service. Yeah. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. They play like 3 songs, and then we like left. It's like, that was kind of not worth it, you know?
You drove just hours to see them.
But back then, I mean, you didn't have any context. They had their really basic HTML website that said where they're going to be at, and you're like, oh, cool, First Baptist Lufkin, Texas, or whatever.
Lufkin.
And there's no context as of what they were playing, so you just show up and see what happens. One time we went, they were like 20 minutes from our house, like where we lived, which is in East Texas, in the middle of nowhere. They were playing in Frankston, Texas, and me and my friend at the time, we go there, and we're like kind of following directions, and we pull in this place, and there's like 4 cars in this parking lot. We're like, what? This can't be the right spot.
That was back when you had to use MapQuest to get there.
Yeah, and so we get out of our cars and we walk maybe like 100 yards, and there's like this kind of the terrain goes down. And so we get there, and there's like 4 rows of hay bales set up on the side of this hill, and there's this really basic stage. And Mercy Me is there. There they are. You know, there's Mike, there's Bart, there's, you know, Robbie there. The whole crew is there. They're ready to play. And there's like 7 people there.
That is nuts,
That's
dude.
it. And they played that whole show for 7 people. And it was a full concert. Like, and Mike's tone was killer. He had a full tone Super Trim. And he did
I
this
love
real,
how you like remember the gear he had from like
dude.
20 years ago.
He had the super trim, and he did this really cool thing where they got to this down moment in the song, and he like turned the trim rate down, so it was like
Heck
wah,
yeah.
wah, 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 wah. And then they came back in all big. It was, dude. I'm telling you, man. Like they were even in front of 7 people, they were killing.
I wish that like that kind of nuance was in the records.
I know.
It's like you have all these. He's just doing such killer guitar work, and it's just not in any of
know.
the Mercy Me records.
Mercy me. You gotta do better.
What are you doing, man?
Gotta do better. We need
Let
a
'em do
guitar
something.
only. Right? They have a few bangers. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel the same way about Casting Crowns. I feel like
Yeah?
Casting Crowns one is like you see them live, and you're like,
I never
that
saw
was
them live.
kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But their worship sessions. That's a great record.
Yeah.
That's probably I feel like of all of their records, that is the one that sounds most like them live.
Really.
The guitar tones are nice. Go listen
All
to
right.
My Glorious.
I'll
Yeah.
go check it out.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw them there. Saw them. I remember the one time I was kind of disappointed with them was we went to this again, just this church in the middle of nowhere. They were leading worship, and I was like, what's wrong with Mike's? Mike's tone isn't great tonight. What's going on? He's playing this candy
Thin.
apple red Strat.
It was thin.
He was playing the Strat, and he was playing it through a Line 6 pod.
Oh God, man, that's
Yeah.
what. First of all, yeah,
the kidney bean.
the kidney bean.
Yeah, he was playing through this.
Do you still have yours here?
Oh yeah.
He found it like in a swap meet. Jimmy Jams, what up, my man? Hey, man, y'all tune in here in a couple weeks. We're gonna have Jimmy Jams on the show. He was on tour with Sidewalk Prophets. That's pretty rad.
Yeah,
Absolutely
so this
killer.
is what Mike was playing. Was one of these guys. And
That was the Tonex of its day.
it was. I mean, it was supposed
Let
to be.
me
a
see
game
this thing.
changer. Yeah.
Is that like an Ethernet cable? What is this?
Yeah, I never really figured out what that did. I never used it. I don't know. I just knew enough to be dangerous with it. But I got one because of course I saw Mike playing it and I was like, well, I gotta have one too. And I got it and I was like, this sucks. I sold my Fender Princeton for this.
You sold a Princeton
I
for
did.
this?
Yeah, because this is at the time I didn't know any better. I thought this was the future, man.
Micah, no.
Yeah.
You sold a Princeton?
It was a 69 drip edge. Yeah. So I didn't keep the Line 6 long. I flipped it for a different tube amp. I think for a while there I was
How
broke.
expensive were tube amps? How expensive was this?
I got that Princeton for $200. A vintage Fender Princeton. It was not a reverb, but it was a Fender Princeton for $200. It was a different world back then, man.
Dude,
But this was at the time maybe like $300. And so I was like,
this was more than a Princeton?
yeah, well, this had all the amps in it. Look at all the amps in there, Ruben. It has a Marshall. It has a Vox. I thought it was a steal, man.
You're like, I'm going to buy this kidney bean and I'm going to have the ultimate tone of...
I won't need any effects.
I won't need anything else.
I'm going to be set forever.
Oh. Well, I mean,
So-
Line 6 is kind of in that lane now, so I
Yeah, I
see
mean-
how it's like people selling at the time, selling their tube amps for a quad.
Right. Well, and I think at the time, too, it's probably not as bad as I remember it being. But like I said earlier, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to set levels. I didn't know how to do anything. I had to dial in a tone.
You needed a Daiso Plus is what you needed.
Yeah, that's what I needed.
That's
Charlie,
good.
where were you at back in 2001?
At left and right. This is crazy. This was at one point the peak of amp modeling.
Yeah, this was like the spaceship of guitar stuff.
Yeah, this
It's like
was
the
as
future.
high tech and futuristic. And why did they go with the Lima bean?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of here's why, Ruben. It looks like an easel. It's like a painter's easel. So you dial in all your different tones and colors and sounds. So anyway, yeah, I was always chasing Mike's gear. Like
That's
probably
crazy.
75% of my gear purchases back during that time was because I saw it on Mike Schweitzer's board. So I've
He
seen
has
him.
good tone.
Yeah, he has a great tone. I've seen he was a gear nerd too. He'd be great to have on the show at some point. We need to either go out and see them, have them
That'd
on the show.
actually
Something
be
that would be
really
awesome.
great. Yeah.
Mike Berry,
We're
holler
coming
at
for you.
us. Yeah. So that's probably the band I've seen the most. My favorite show ever, though. So there was a stretch of like 3 weeks where we lived our best concert life ever. We saw Need to Breathe.
Great.
Yep, off to a good start.
Great live. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we already had Need to Breathe tickets. Went to that show. It's at Dickies Arena here in Fort Worth. And then our kids were out of town, so we got a wild hair. It was like, hey, because Drew Holcomb was playing in Fort Worth the same night or Need to Breathe was. And I was like, dang, I can't go to both of them. So they played, saw them. They were great. Got online. It was like, well, Drew Holcomb's in Waco tomorrow night. Let me just see if there's any tickets available. And tickets are actually pretty reasonable. And so we went down the very next night, saw Drew Holcomb. I think it's at the Orpheum or in Waco. It was like this little theater downtown, seated maybe 800 people. That was the best show I've ever been to. But we saw that was. I'll circle back to that one. Then the next week we saw the Paper Kites at the Granada, which was awesome.
Really?
Which is a local theater here in town. And then 2 weeks after that, we went to see U2 at the Sphere.
Dang.
That was an awesome stretch.
Yeah.
But of all 4 of those concerts, the Drew Holcomb one was my favorite. Just saying. I realized that week because we saw first show was in an arena, Dickies Arena. The sound was not great. At least not where we were sitting.
Arenas is a toss-up.
We were like sitting on the side, so we were just catching all the reverberation.
Dude, you know what's crazy is we sat down with a sound guy who does like installs and stuff, and I was telling him how we were at like the Globe Life, and he's like, the new one or the old one? And I was like, the new one. He's like, dude, that sound system sucks. Yeah, he's like, dude, I know the story behind that. Basically, there's a whole thing of like the architects were really like leading the charge there, and so people were like, this is what it would do to sound good, and they're like, we don't want it to look like that. And so it was like, yeah, but it's not gonna sound good. And so they're like, no, you got to put everything like not visible or something like that. Anyway, so it just like, anyway.
When acts come through there, do they use like the house sound system, or do they bring their own sound system? I know they at least bring some, because I remember seeing them like hoisting this giant array of speakers.
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff, and so they might like, I wonder if there's like a plugging in
maybe
kind of thing.
I don't know.
But that's a big space to spread some noise. So,
yeah. So anyway, like I realized, because we saw an arena show, we saw 2 theater shows, and we saw like this Sphere show, which I don't even know what you categorize that as, but I like theater shows the best.
Yeah.
That is my favorite venue. Like just the size of the crowd, you just feel like you feel more connected to the artist. Whereas, at the Sphere, I mean, you're like U2. It's
almost like you're watching them on TV.
Yeah, it's almost like you're watching them on TV. You know, and arena is kind of the same thing. There's just you're just a little bit disconnected. I mean, maybe I will say arena shows are different when you're down close. I mean, like we've been like media pit a few times and stuff like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
But that theater show, I just remember Drew Holcomb. The energy was so great. Nate Duggar, his guitar player, is one of my favorites, and his tone's just great. And he's the reason I bought a Tyler JT14, and I sold it because I didn't sound like Nate Duggar through it immediately.
One of my favorites is when we met your friend from Blacktop Mojo. Is it Nate, the drummer?
Yeah, Nathan. Yeah.
He's just like, you were the most miserable guitar player I've ever seen. He said, you were just, I've never seen you happy.
Well, yeah.
He's like, buy, sell, buy, sell.
Well, he didn't help that. He was the one. I was perfectly happy with my Top Hat amp, and he talked me into getting a Mesa Boogie half stack.
Heck yeah, what kind
for a worship band, because he wanted to sound like Three Doors Down.
for your worship.
Yeah,
I love dude, I love what's that quote? Was it, I can't remember if it's Family Guy or The Simpsons. I think it's Family Guy. And he's like, I know you're trying to make like worship. I think it was like church music. Cool. He's talking to like this church rock band. He's like, I get what you're trying to do. I get you're trying to make church music cool, but you're just making rock music worse.
Well, it never worked out for our band, but Nathan ended up playing. I mean, his band is probably closer to Three Doors. It's definitely closer to Three Doors Down than
your worship
than
band.
our worship band was.
Well, what kind of Mesa Boogie did you get?
A dual rectifier
For a worship band?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You bought the what's it? You were sitting there with the
With a half stack.
With a half stack of, what's his name? It's getting late. I'm blanking.
Mark Tremonti?
No, Pantera.
Is that what he played?
Yes, dude. You're sitting there with the Pantera.
Well, like I said, it was more the Three Doors Down thing / Creed thing that we were all kind of into, and he did talk me into it. even though against my better judgment, because I was thinking, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work, but I did. I mean, we went to play it. I played one at Guitar Center. I was like, I actually like the clean tones better than I thought I would.
Really?
I thought I would hate them. So I was like, well, cool. Let's go ahead and pull the trigger on it. So
Dimebag Daryl, you were using Dimebag Daryl's guitar amp from Pantera.
yeah, but the thing
for
is,
your
like
worship band.
like week in week out, the room we played in fit maybe 60 people. So it was way. I had to
That's a
turn
lot
it
of
way
amp.
down. It just had no juice at all. And I mean, I got a great deal on it. I bought the head for $800. It's pretty awesome.
I was looking at Mesa Boogies today, and they were just the head was like $2,500.
I know they're crazy now. I got a great deal on it, but yeah. So I had that half stack, lugged that around everywhere, and there's one show that was conducive to us being able to crank it up, and that was it's actually in Waxahachie, like right down the road from where we're at now. The church at the time was called Ferris Avenue. It's the Avenue Church now, which the Avenue Church is like, I mean, like production values like at 11. Like go in, it's like
Yeah,
105
big, yeah.
dBs. It's the sound, the lights, everything's just like super well done, but very like produced. But anyway, at the time they weren't that. So like our lead singer's cousin had a connection. It was like, hey, we'll get you into play at the church, man. It's a youth thing. It's in the parking lot. It's gonna be awesome. I was like, sweet. Play in the parking lot. I can break out the Mesa Boogie and actually crank it up. And I remember in sound check, I was super intimidated because this guy was like checking out my rig and like, this is awesome. You mind if I play through it? And he starts playing. He's like just tearing it up, man. Like playing like, I remember him and Nathan, the drummer, they were like playing Kansas, like Carry On Wayward Son, and he was just hitting all the riffs. And I I can't even hardly play any lead stuff at all. Not too much different than
You're
today.
sitting there like, yeah, finally. And some guy just makes just shows up and makes your amp sound better than you've ever heard it in your life. And then they just give it back to you and you're just like,
yeah, exactly. So
That's funny.
so that happened, but it did sound really good even when I played it. But the problem is the stage was set up facing this neighborhood right by the church, and we were so loud.
yeah.
And we got like I don't even we may not even made it through sound check, and the cop showed up and was like, you guys got to turn that down. And so it still turned out okay, but long story short, it's not short anymore, but I had a Mesa Boogie for a while. I tried to shoehorn it into our worship band. It didn't work out. I
A
ended up moving
dual
to Michigan.
rectifier
Dual rectifier, yeah.
is nuts for the worship.
Yeah, so then ended up moving to Michigan and sold the dual rectifier
Yeah.
because I couldn't ever play it in the basement of my duplex either.
Yeah.
Like, there's just nowhere to play it, so I
That's
sold it.
nuts.
Yeah, but
That's
that
nuts.
was a great amp. I don't even know how we got talking about that.
Well,
but-
that was about concerts, where you've been, favorite people, and then it was gear.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me ask you this. What was your worst concert experience?
My worst concert experience? I don't know that I've had a bad...
Besides maybe the last MGK one?
No, that one was still pretty good. That one was still pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I've never had like a bad
Yeah.
concert experience.
I'll tell you,
I
that
think-
one was kind of wild. I've never seen people being let out in handcuffs like 2 hours before the show.
Yeah, well, I'll tell
You
you.
were out of control.
I'll tell you probably my least favorite. I'll tell you my least favorite was the Jonas Brothers concert. Nothing that the Jonas Brothers did. It was the fans. They screamed so much.
Yeah.
I mean, like the sound.
That sound.
No, it couldn't. The band couldn't get over the scream. So like the girl, I was excited. Like my wife was excited to see the Jonas Brothers. They had this like girl who I'd seen on Instagram playing guitar, and I'm like, she's killer. I've seen some of her solos and stuff. So I was like, I can't wait to see like her solo live. And then she would go out to kick a solo, and then Nick Jonas would go like this, and then there were just screams, and then like by the time it died down, the solo was over, and I'm like, come on! Every time he would like wink, he would just be like, and then they would be like,
What is that?
And
why is that? Why are girls like that at shows?
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you one. The alcohol consumption was crazy.
Yeah.
I thought that I was like, oh, surely this one will be more tame. It's Jonas Brothers, but they're like grown now. And so, but it was just like all those little girls that were screaming for them
They're
when they
all
were younger.
grown-ups now
They're all
screaming,
grown-ups
yeah.
and they can drink now. And so now it was just worse because they were drunk adults screaming.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many people carried out blackout drunk than at a Jonas Brothers concert. There's girls carrying other girls. There's just
Really?
like girls' night. And yeah, I was like, this
wild.
is bonkers. Anyway, so
yeah, so okay, Jonas Brothers. That's interesting. Yeah, the screaming thing. I mean, that's been around as long as rock and roll has been around. At least, I mean, even like in the '50s, girls were
Yeah.
losing their minds over that stuff. And then the Beatlemania stuff, girls are screaming. And I heard some guys. There's a podcast I listened to, and they were talking about they were doing some concert talk, and they went to a Sting. One of the guys was talking about a Sting concert that he went to, and this is like after. Like their kids are grown up. It's like they're like empty nesters. Him's taking his wife out and brought one of his wife's friends along to the Sting concert, and like at one point in the concert, Sting like kind of shook his hips or something a little bit, and his wife and their friend screamed, and they're like in their 50s. Like, what is it about that? Why is that the response? I've never screamed at a concert.
I don't know. Like, ladies will get onto the fellas about like screaming at a game or a match or something, and then you'll take them to a concert, and he'll like, and then just absolute mayhem.
That's all.
And
it
I'm like, what was that? What was that? He shook his hair. That is crazy to me.
Yeah, why is that the thing?
I don't know why that's the thing. I'd rather scream at a sporting event. It just feels weird for me to be like, yeah, just like at a concert. I don't know.
I
It's
know.
just weird.
It is weird.
Like, you look at me at a concert and I'm having the best time I've ever had in my life, and I'll look like this,
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this is great. Yeah.
and I'll leave and I'll be like, this was the best day of my life.
You mean you didn't skank at the concert?
Am I doing it right?
Yeah, better than I was
Yes.
doing it.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, so my worst concert, I have a very vivid recollection of this.
All right.
This was, you talk about. Sorry if my brother hears this. Talk about your spare concerts. This was his band.
Dang, Drew. Sorry.
2000. He was playing bass, but I was a huge fan. Like the guitar player had an Epiphone Les Paul. And so I got an Epiphone Les
Just
Paul.
the
Cherry
sexiest guitar you've
Sunburst.
ever seen in your little
Dude.
teenage life.
Yeah, and he had a crate amp. It was a crate tube amp though. It was solid state, and then he had a Dan Electro Fab Tone.
That Fab Tone keeps coming back.
I have that Fab Tone. Actually, it's right over there. I bought one because it's just nostalgic for me. But they were playing at some, I don't know, like some summer camp or something, and there's maybe like 20 kids in this chapel they came out to play for. And I was just kind of there tagging along with my brother. I was excited to just be hanging with the band. This is awesome. I'm with the band. This is great. And they had some pizzas laid out for us to eat before the show. And so I just scarfing down some Little Caesars pizza.
Uh-oh.
Then the show starts, and I'm like kind of leading the charge, jumping around, doing the whole like mosh pit thing.
Here we go.
And I start breaking out in a rash all over my body. And my throat starts to swell shut. I'm having an allergic reaction to this pizza. So apparently there's this thing happened to me, and no, they never could diagnose what it was, but whenever I ate like any kind of like dairy and I went out and exercised or got hot, I would just break out in a massive rash all over my body. Head to toe.
That's crazy.
The first time it happened to
combination.
me, I thought I was dying. I was like, am I going to be like this forever? But every time it would happen to me, it'd get a little bit more serious to the point where I had to like keep an EpiPen handy, because if I had a reaction, I would literally, it would start swelling my throat shut. So I'm at this concert and I'm like I like feel like I'm about to die, and we're in the middle of nowhere. We're like at some
there
camp
ain't no
in-
hospital in the.
yeah, Podunk, East Texas, and my brother finds out what's going on.
He
and-
like just jumps off stage with
pretty
his
much-
bass and like
pretty
stabs the
much
EpiPen
like-
in your chest.
well, I didn't have an EpiPen with me.
Oh God.
So like we get in the car and he's like just speeding down the road or trying to find the nearest hospital, thinking I'm going to die in his car. And it led up like 15 minutes later. I was like, oh, I feel like it's going away now. It's like abating, But that was the worst concert ever. I thought I was gonna die.
You're just in the back. Like, he
Like,
like
literally.
ditched the gig.
Like, something's wrong with
they're
me. I'm
playing,
dying.
They're playing without a bass player, and then you're just like, I feel better. He's like, just as he like set down his bass,
all that for nothing.
sprinted
Yeah.
off, and then you're like, ah.
But that was scary, man.
That's scary.
That was
That's
scary,
scary.
but I felt like I ruined their show too. And I was really bummed out because I was like, man, we're having such a fun time. And I felt bad because like I was kind of like stopped down the entire show because they thought somebody was going to die at their concert. You know?
Yeah.
So that was tough.
Too much skanking, man.
But yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of concerts of the years. Bruno Mars, Trans-Siberian. Went to an American Idol show one time where the fire alarm went off, and
That's crazy.
that stopped the whole show. Wilder Woods a couple times. You and I went to that one. We almost died on the way home.
That
Me
one was
and
nuts.
Tim.
Yeah.
Brad Paisley, like that one sounded like that. You talked about live shows sounding like records. His live show sounded like a record, like, but not in a bad way. Like his
just
playing was
perfect.
so clean, it was incredible. But anyway, so we talked a lot of concert talk, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Rad.
yeah, good times. Appreciate
Hey,
you guys
y'all.
hanging in there with
Thanks
us.
for hanging with us, man.
Yeah, man, hit that music, Ruben. Let's get out of here.
All right. Hey, stay up to date with all the tone nerding.
Yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, tell your friends about us, check out our website, buy some merch, and give Tone Locker a download as well. Check them out, download, and let us know what you got going on Tone Locker. Love to see you on there. We'll see you guys next time. Have a nice night.